Yo, 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 yo. Cause I Love It is now my moderator. We're gonna get a couple more in here. Wait for some people to tap in. What up, everybody? As you come in, drop me a like, drop me a comment, thumbs up or thumbs down, it doesn't matter. Today, we're going to talk about environment, and we're going to talk about keeping it real in the cannabis game. Because it's a lot of faking, a lot of frauding going on, a whole lot of hypocrisy going on, a whole lot of biasness going on. Fuck all that. What's good? What's good? Yeah, man, I'm going to try to keep these live chats going. That's why now it's just going to be a podcast. This is the Real Talk podcast, you know what I'm saying? The Real Talk Cannabis podcast, where we ain't got to hold no breaks. I'm not sponsored by anybody. I don't owe nothing to no breeders. I don't owe anybody any type of anything. So we could just keep it real on here. No limit. What's happening? Thank you, everybody, for joining in. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, that subscribe, and that notification bell as you come in, so you guys can always be notified when these podcasts is going. I'm going to try to do them as many times a week as I can when I'm not busy. So we'll wait on a few more people to come in. But if you got any questions, feel free to drop them into the comment section. There's no such thing as a stupid question. The only stupid question is questions that aren't asked. So feel free to go ahead and drop them right into the comment section, and we'll get to them as we go along. We'll give it about another 30, 45 seconds for people to come in. As they come in, remind people to go ahead and hit that like. No limit. You about to be a moderator too. Get over here. Get over here. Yeah, now you're a moderator too. So you can go ahead and drop the links to people's Instagrams. You can go ahead and drop the links to the my Instagram, your Instagram. You could drop links to anything that you want to, whatever you need to. So now you're a moderator. You can go ahead. You got the big wrench now. Sometimes it's a little hard for me to be going in and try to pay attention to what's going on in the chat at the same time. So now we got a couple of moderators up in here, and we'll get more as the thing gets bigger. You already know, bro. I appreciate the fact that you always in here for these conversations. So go ahead and fire you up one. I'll be enjoying a nice one with y'all. Good old dominatrix from Empire Breeding. I just put the post up on Instagram, so it'll probably take people a couple of minutes because you know the way the algorithms work for everybody to even know that we live. So I like to give some people a little time to come in. Fuck it, I guess we could rock out for a second. Fuck it. What is this? Oh, boom. They was liking this one, so.
I didn't have nobody, had to get it on my own. I had to hustle hard, had to keep me in my zone. Whole life popping tags, cause I always keep it strong. Get it in by the duffel, and I gotta move it all. Work day, work night, so my family standing tall. Money everywhere I'm going, and I said I want it all. I'm standing on the call, so you know I'm finna ball. Money everywhere I'm going, and I said I want it all. A big bang roll, I gotta go and get it. I'm staying 10 toes, so you know I'm about to win it. I don't care about the hoes, I'm just in the counting digits. Got a whole lot of life, and you know I'm about to live it. I just wanna ice out my body, keep wifey all drippy, all paint the town blue as we fuck up this city. I know it's some haters that still out to get me, so I
run it back, DJ.
Yeah, I know. Slow. I didn't have nobody, had to get it on my own. I had to hustle hard, had to keep me in my zone. Whole life popping tags, cause I always keep it strong. Get it in by the duffel, and I gotta move it all. Work day, work night, so my family spending tall. Money everywhere I'm going, and I said I want it all. I'm standing on the court, so you know I'm finna ball. Money everywhere I'm going, and I said I want it all. A big bang roll, I gotta go and get it. I'm staying 10 toes, so you know I'm about to win it. I don't care about the hoes, I'm just in the counting digits. Got a whole lot of life, and you know I'm about to live it. I just wanna ice out my body, keep wifey all drippy, all paint the town blue as we fuck up this city. I know it's some haters that still out to get me, so I play the strap coming to me. I didn't have nobody.
Thank you, everybody, for joining. We'll just give it a few more seconds, and then we'll get started. And people who don't catch it, don't worry, it'll always be saved on here. All right. So I guess we'll get on the first topic of keeping it real and the cannabis industry. I feel like there's a lot of bias. Like there's a lot of hate. There's a lot of biasness. Like certain breeders can get away with shit that other breeders can't get away with. Certain growers can get away with shit that other growers can't get away with. And I don't like that. I feel like it should be even all the way around the board. Like a conversation I was having earlier, they was pissed with copycat genetics when he started S1 in people's gear. He was such a scumbag. He was such a piece of shit. He was such the worst person. Nobody wanted to fuck with him. We had people from Burner to Exotic Genetics to everybody talking shit about him. But then Exotic Genetics turns around and drops the Runts S1. Now we know that the Runts doesn't belong to Exotic Genetics. So how can Exotic Genetics be talking shit about copycat genetics and then turn around and do the exact same thing you was talking shit about? If he's a horrible person for S1 in people's gear, then you're a horrible person for S1 in people's gear. You can't turn around and do the same thing that someone else is doing and expect to get a different result. No, if it was bad when he was doing it, what makes it any better when you do it? See, I don't like shit like that. I don't like shit like that. Like, all he does is cross hype strains with hype strains. And then 30 fucking breeders drop the apple fritter cross with Runts. Apple fritters cross with Runts. There's like 30 different breeders out here that cross Runts with apple fritter. About 30 of them. Everywhere I turn around, there's a new seed bank that just dropped Runts cross with apple fritter. That's crossing hype with hype. You can't get mad at somebody for doing something and then after a while it's just like, fuck it, if you can't beat them, join them. Like that's nonsense to me. Because if it was wrong when he was doing it, then it should be wrong when you do it. I don't like that. Big Dan did not leave the community because he burned a bunch of people. He left the community because he went to prison. It's a huge difference. He went to prison. I'm not sure if y'all think that you can live stream and record grow videos from prison or not, but he went to prison. And then the worst part is while he was in prison, the person who snitched on him to send him to prison was taking people's orders while he was in prison and sending people hemp seeds. So even the most crazy part is when he came home, he was on his live streams telling people, listen, if you winded up getting burned by somebody who you ordered from my website from, then feel free to email me and I'll correct the problem. Now, people didn't want to email him and correct the problem, but they still want to be talking shit. I don't like that neither. I don't like that neither because he's offering to fix the problem. Yo, New King, you don't have to like it. You don't have to like it, but this is the Keep It Real podcast. This is the Real Talk podcast right here, and we're real talking. We're real talking. Look, Amazon done sent y'all the wrong shit before. eBay done sent y'all the wrong shit before. Plenty of companies online done sent y'all the wrong shit before, and they didn't correct the problem. Y'all not sitting here talking shit about them. Riot Seed Co. $500 for a fucking pack of seeds. I didn't get one that germinated. I don't see nobody talking about him. I don't see nobody talking about them. I don't like that type of shit right there. Now all of a sudden, Copy is the worst person on planet Earth because supposedly he burned a couple of people. But if he's on his live streams offering to correct the problem, Don't still fault him for the, and you know what else I don't like? And that's what's wrong with fucking America. If somebody committed something a long time ago, like, look, I've been to prison twice already for violent crimes. I used to be a fucked up human being. Are you telling me that right now I still have to be the same fucked up human being that I was back then? I don't like that. I don't like that. People have the right to change. People have the right to upgrade. People have the right to become a new person. You can't say just because somebody was like that back in the day that they're still the same person now. What do you mean he lied? He didn't lie. Everyone, look, if you didn't know that copycat genetics was Big Dan, you're the fucking idiot. Don't get mad at him. You're the idiot. He's been saying it for the longest of times now. It's not like this is something brand new. He's been live streaming for well over a year saying, y'all know I'm Big Dan. And he's telling you on the copycat page to go to Big Dan's website for certain drops. I don't like that. Like most of y'all are basing this off of His and Her Grow. Let's just keep it real. And I like His and Her Grow. That's the homies right there. But His and Her Grow got the offer to pick 10 seeds off of his website to be able to correct the problem of the 1 pack of seeds that they were talking about. So he offered them 10 packs of seeds off of his website. And they said, look, just admit that you're Big Dan and we'll stop talking about you. So not only did he admit that he was Big Dan, he offered them 10 packs of seeds off of his website. And after he admitted it, they still reneged on their offer to stop talking shit about him. And they're still talking shit about him. I don't like shit like that. Like, why even ask him to hold up his end of the bargain if you're not going to hold up your end of the bargain? So that would mean they as fake as he is. That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't like shit like this. This is the Real Talk podcast right here. He ain't giving me no free gear. I'm just keeping it 100, my nigga. I don't care about what he's giving me. I'm not here to promote him. I just hate fake shit. If he's a piece of shit because he done scammed some people, then what about Riot Seco? What about Gage Green Group? What about Gage Green Group? $1,200 for packs of seeds on outdoor pollinations of multiple males out there. $1,200, and then you get the seeds and they don't even fucking germinate. Come on, man. I don't like shit like that. I do not like shit like that. That's cornball shit to me. If we're gonna keep it 100, we're gonna keep it 100 all the way around the board. I don't like that. A lot of niggas is really just hating, even though he's doing it. Like, look, let's keep it 100. I love Fire Farmer. I think Fire Farmer be putting out that fucking heat. But Fire Farmer is doing the exact same shit that Copycat Genetics is doing. He's taking all of the shit that's hype right now. He's crossing it together, S1ing it, and then selling it back to y'all. I don't hear nobody saying nothing about him. Exotic Genetics turned around and dropped the Runts S1 after they talked shit about Copycat for S1 in people's gear. They turned around and did the exact same fucking thing. Multiple breeders that was talking shit about Copycat Genetics are now S1 in his gear and doing the same fucking thing. See, that's what I don't like. I don't like the selective anger. Like, y'all want to be angry at him because, oh my God, he did this back in the past 5 years ago. 5 years ago. Y'all still gonna hold me for being the same person that I was 5 years ago? I don't have the right to upgrade. I don't have the right to become a new person. I don't have the right to do any of that, right? I gotta stay the same fucked up person that I was back then. I don't care if you don't fuck with Riot, but I don't see you talking shit about Riot. I don't see you in the comment section talking about how Riot was burning people. I don't like that. I don't like that. Hey, look, if you feel like I sound angry, then just sign off of the live stream and go chill. That's how that works. On here, we here to do real talk. And we talking real talk. You can't deny the facts. Facts don't care about your feelings. Facts don't care about nobody's feelings. Yeah, bro, they mad at him because he's putting niggas out of business. That's why they mad at him. And then after a while, most of the breeders that was talking shit about him just got to the point where it was like, if you can't beat him, join him. If you can't beat him, join him. Exactly. Don't release seeds. Don't release cuts if you don't want people to work with your gear. I like, come on. Once you know that you can feminize somebody's shit, you should no longer be releasing gear if you don't think that somebody's going to feminize your shit. That's just stupid. Stop releasing gear then. Facts. These breeders is lazy. They mad that Copycat is dropping 20 new strains a week, but he's giving you the method. That's the worst part. So if you don't like what Copycat is doing, but you know that he got 8 tenths, he harvests one every single week, you could turn around, start 8 tenths, harvest one every single week, and come out with some fire. But instead of doing that, you guys just want to complain about what he's doing. I don't like that. I don't like that. What about all the other breeders that are doing exactly what he's doing? What about them? He ain't doing nothing special still. Yeah, he ain't doing nothing special. That's why all the other breeders are mad at him, because he's not doing nothing special, I bet. I am keeping it real. You're not keeping it real. You're not keeping it real. You're not keeping it real. Show me what point that you're making. Show me what point you're making. Name one breeder out here that's not working with somebody else's gear. Name one breeder out here that somebody never got a Hermie from. Name one breeder out here that didn't have seeds that didn't germinate. Y'all love exotic genetics. I ain't saying nothing about exotic genetics. I've ran over 7 or 8 different packs of exotic genetics. I got them sitting over here in the fucking safe right now. None of them germinated. All of them was boof, but y'all ain't saying nothing about that. I don't see no post about Riot Seed Company. I don't see no post about any of these of Gage Green Group. I don't see no post about none of them. It's always just Copycat. And that's my issue. I don't give a fuck about what Copycat is doing. If it was a different breeder and it wasn't Copycat, I'd still be saying the same fucking thing. I just don't like that. Oh my God. He kept denying it. He kept denying who he was. For the longest of time, Lexus denied that they were Toyota. Fact is, Lexus and Toyota are made at the same manufacturing company. They're the same fucking car. Are y'all going to boycott Lexus and Toyota because in the beginning, Lexus and Toyota did not say that they were of the same company? Is that what you guys are going to do? Or is this just something that's literally against Copycat? That's what I don't like. That's what I don't like. That's what I don't like. Lexus and Toyota is the same company. Y'all don't get mad that Lexus doesn't say, hey, we're Toyota, or Toyota doesn't say, hey, we're Lexus. It's the same company, though. Look, we all know that Square One Genetics is Robin Hood Seeds. No one gets mad at Square One Genetics for also being Robin Hood Seeds and not saying, hey, I'm the guy that's Robin Hood Seeds. And I love both of them. And I love both of them. And I'm still going to purchase from both of them. But purchasing from both of them is purchasing from the same person. And see, you know what else kills me? New King, have you ever lied in your life? Answer me that question. Go ahead and put it in the chat. Have you ever lied in your life? In the entire time that you've been on planet Earth, have you ever lied? Have you ever done some fucked up shit to somebody? I just want to know. Just answer that question for me. Have you ever lied in your life? Or are you perfect? Are you a saint, a person that has never done anything wrong to anybody, has never lied, has never done anything? Have you ever lied? Everybody has. Hydro. Yeah, everybody has. But again, it's selective anger because y'all mad at him for lying, but now all of a sudden everybody lies. So what's the difference? What's the difference? If you've lied before, yeah, big troll, big troll, big troll. You don't have to like it to keep it real. You don't have to stay in this stream. It's a fact. It's a choice to be here. It's a choice to be here. You don't have to be here. You could definitely sign out of the stream and continue doing what you're doing for the day. Again, this is the Real Talk podcast, and we're here to talk real talk. We can't get mad at certain breeders for doing certain shit and then not be mad at other breeders for doing certain shit. Plenty of breeders out here done burned plenty of people, but Copycat seems to be the only one everyone is mad at. That I don't like. That is the only issue that I'm having. Had it not been Copycat and it been somebody else, then yeah, I would have an issue with that too. I don't care if that is just Copycat. You guys are making it that it's just Copycat. It just so happens that it's Copycat. I don't care who it would have been. I don't care who it would have been. He's crossing hype and reversing it, growing out the seeds and looking for his own shit. So Copycat, yo, bro, you know Copycat hunts 300 seeds every 2 months, right? And it crosses it with his own shit. Yeah, when you outwork the rest hate you. That's a fact. They're just getting outworked. It's okay. You guys got to catch up. You guys will catch up eventually. Eventually, everybody will catch up, and they're starting to now. They're starting to catch up now. Now they're starting to catch up. Fire Farmer is crossing elite strains and then growing it out, those seeds to find his own cuts, you dumbass. He's crossing hype with hype. You guys were mad at Copycat for crossing hype with hype. You claimed all he did was cross hype with hype. You claimed that he S1 other people's gear, but when Exotic Genetics did it, nobody said anything. Exotic Genetics got Runts S1 right now. When Copy dropped the Mac 1 S1, everybody was pissed. When Copy dropped the Runts S1, everybody was pissed. When Copycat was S1 in people's gear, people were pissed, saying all he did was S1 people's gear. But then Exotic Genetics drops the Runts S1, no one says anything. No one says anything. They don't have a problem with it. And then not only does he does that, he reverses Runts to cross it with all the other gear that he has. But when Copycat did it, it was an issue. But I don't see nobody saying nothing about Exotic Genetics. That I don't like. That I don't like. That's cornball shit to me. That's cornball shit to me. That's selective anger, and I don't like selective anger. We got to keep it 100 all the way around the board. We got to keep it 100 all the way around the board. See, y'all just don't like that Copycat don't give a fuck. That's real man shit right there. He don't give a flying fuck. He is going to make his money. He is going to drop 20 new strains every week. He is going to keep making crosses. He is going to keep getting to his bag. And it just pisses all of y'all off that his following just keeps getting larger and larger and larger. Even though you don't like him, his following is getting larger and larger and larger. And it just pisses everyone off because you don't like him. So you don't understand why his following keeps getting bigger. Oh, well. Oh, well. That's it. Just got to apply the criticism around the board. If people were even with what they were doing, if people were mad at everybody for doing the same thing, then yeah, then I can understand it. But people seem to only be mad at him. That I don't like. That I don't like. Look, 95% of my garden is Empire Breeding Company and Square One Genetics. My garden isn't full of copycat genetics. My garden is not full of copycat genetics. I actually got a Hermie from copycat genetics. I actually posted the Hermie that I got from copycat genetics. I actually showed all of the dirt ass strains that I got from copycat genetics because I'm real 100% around the board. Real 100% around the board. I showed it. I showed it. He got mad at me for saying it before I emailed him. And you know what I told him? Yo, bro, look, I was going to email you afterwards, but I document my grows and I keep it 100. No matter who you are, no matter how well that I know you, if you gave me a strain that hermied out, I have to document it the same way that I would document anybody else's grow who did it. When THC Titans, what was it? Zombie Breath hermied on me. I had to document it. I had to document it. I can't be biased and just act like it didn't happen. It happened. So I have to document it. I have to keep it real around the board. I can't just act like, oh, it didn't happen just because I like this person. I don't like shit like that. I don't like shit like that. Yeah, they're hunting their own versions and using hype. I bet you they are. They're buying clone onlys. I don't know how you feel like somebody's hunting their own shit when it's clone onlys crossed with clone onlys. You can't hunt through clone onlys, last I checked. Last I checked, you can't hunt through clone onlys. Bingus, exactly. Herms happen. It just happens. But as a grower and as a person who keeps it real, I still have to document it. Titan's gear is bomb. I love THC Titan. But when I got a Hermie from his gear, I still documented it. I still documented it. I can't be so biased that just because I love Square One Genetics and I love Square One Genetics, I will always promote Square One Genetics. Square One Genetics will always be my homie. But when I got a Hermie, I had to document it because that's just real. Just because it's my homie, I can't act like it didn't happen. I can't act like that. That would make me a bitch ass nigga. And I can't be that. I can't be that. Pop 2 packs of what? Oh, okay, New King. We're just gonna leave you over there to talk by yourself. Okay. Okay. We're just gonna leave you over there to talk by yourself. Okay, let's move on. We're gonna talk about environment for a second. Yeah, exactly, Hydra. I should document it. And even though I'm here saying that people are fraud, saying that people are fake for talking shit about copycat genetics and then copying copycat genetics, I'm still going to tell you if something that I ran from him was boof. And I'm still going to tell you if something that I got from him hurt me, because that's just keeping it real. So let's talk for a minute about environment. Environment is probably one of the most left out topics that comes with gardening. People seem to always want to leave out how much environment plays a role in what you got going on. I don't care what genetics you got. I don't care how much you paid for that clone. I don't care about any of that. If your room is too hot, if your room is too cold, if you don't have enough air movement, if you don't have the right pot sizes, if you don't have the right humidity levels, you're still going to fail every time. Exactly, Bingus. And Bingus, I bet you when you said something about the death bubble herming on you, it was the end of the fucking world, right? Oh my God, no! You can't say that. That's Grandmaster level strain. You can't say that about him. Oh my God, my feelings are hurt so badly that you're gonna say something that somebody's gear hermied out on me. See, I don't like shit like that. I don't like shit like that because no matter who it is that you got the hermie from, if you are documenting your growth from start to finish, you have to talk about the positives and the negatives of the grow. I don't like people that are selective about this. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't care who it is that I got the gear from. If something happened, I am here to document it. I'm here for that. That's just what it is. You got to keep it real. You got to keep it real. New King is just in there butt hurt, yo. is butt hurt. Jesus Christ. Don't block him. Moderators, do not block him. We need trolls. They keep the chats interesting. So we need trolls. I just like to keep it 100. That's my only issue. I don't care about copycat genetics. Again, my garden is not full of copycat genetics. Yeah, when you got optimal environment, everything goes good. Exactly. It just happens. You can't blame somebody just because something hurt. Oh yeah, you're gonna pray that copycat will fade away eventually, but the problem is his following is getting larger by the day. So it's nothing you're gonna be able to do about it. It's nothing I'm gonna be able to do about it. It's nothing no one's gonna be able to do about it. Once you got a cult-like following, you got a cult-like following, and there's nothing you're gonna be able to do about it. I was hoping Tekashi 6ix9ine disappeared because he's a rat fucking bastard. His following got larger and larger and larger. Nothing I'm gonna be able to do about it. He's a piece of shit, but his following got larger and larger, and nothing I was gonna say about it was gonna stop that. Nothing I was going to say about it was going to stop that. Nothing. So environment. One of the number one things that you need to focus on, because powdery mildew will become an issue. It will become an issue. Spider mites will become an issue. Thrips will become an issue if you don't have your environment under control. Heat stress will become an issue. And then heat stress can also cause your gear to hermy. Light leaks can also cause your gear to hermy. Not enough air movement. There's a lot of things that can cause your genetics to act a little bit differently than genetics would had they been under proper conditions. And that's just what happens. It's just what happens. So you have to focus on environments. Don't undersize your AC, oversize your AC to make sure that you're able to keep it under control no matter what the situation is. That's how you want to move. That's how you want to move. Bro, we don't care what you accept. We don't care. Like, does that make you feel better? Is that the answer you were looking for? Nobody cares about what you accept and what you don't accept. You're one person on a planet with about 7 billion people. No, the world doesn't revolve around you. I feel like I'm talking to my 8-year-old. The world doesn't revolve around you. You're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. Look, New King, do you run any copycat genetics? Quick question. New King, do you run any copycat genetics? Let's just wait for this answer, and then I'll give him the answer of a lifetime. Do you run any copycat genetics? Answer the question. Do you run any copycat genetics in your garden right now? Do you run any copycat genetics? We'll wait for his answer before we move on, because this is going to end it all right here. This is about to end the whole conversation the second he gives us an answer. Do you run any copycat genetics? You've had a lot to say this whole time. It's taking you a little too long to answer. Do you run any copycat genetics? Yeah, Bingus, if I was you, I'd probably prefer to do males, but with the way that the market is now, a lot of people, they don't have a lot of space. So feminized seeds is something that they really like right now, because sometimes you just don't got space. Sometimes you just don't got money to be dealing with males. If you're in a small tent, and I'm saying you in a 4x4 tent or something. I didn't ask you about Fire Farmer. I asked you, are you running any square one genetics? And you still haven't answered the question. You're talking about shit that I did not ask you. Do you run any square one genetics? That's the question. Yes or no? And Fire Farmer isn't looking for shit. Fire Farmer is purchasing cuts and he's crossing them with each other. Facts. Yeah. Court hydro. It just happens. Know what I'm saying? Like, and I said it when I got some bad results from him. I said I feel like he's just doing so much right now that he doesn't really put the love into it the way that he did when he was Big Dan. Because when he was Big Dan, he didn't have as many crosses. He wasn't doing as much. He didn't have that full facility. He didn't do any of that. So I think he was putting a little bit more love into it when he was Big Dan than he is right now as Copycat Genetics releasing fucking 20 strains a week. I'm not sure you can exactly give the same love to the plants. And I tested for Square One Genetics. I love Square One Genetics. All of my keepers mainly are from Square One Genetics. Polly Shore, Peanut Butter Cookie, Brisker OG, all Square One Genetics. I love Square One Genetics. That is the homie. When people ask me what are some of the seeds that I should be running, one of my first answers is Square One Genetics. Beast Mode. Beast Mode. Look, Square One Genetics was so good that Copycat had the S1, the Peanut Butter Cookie. That's how good they are. That's how good they are. And then when Copycat said something about Square One Genetics, I was the first person there to be like, nah, Square One breathe the fire. Square One breathe the fire. I don't know what you're talking about. You can not like them all you want to. I'm going to be the one to tell you that Square One Genetics breathes the fire. No one is going to be able to tell me no different. That Square One Genetics is heat. Empire Breeding Co. is heat. Facts. I don't care what nobody got to say about them. Facts. Wait a second, you guys. What happened to New King? New King's been having a lot to say. When I asked him, did he run any Square One Genetics? Am I the only one that, if he ran any Copycat gear, am I the only one who noticed that he still hasn't answered yet? He's been busy talking in the chat this whole time. But the second that I asked him, do you run any Copycat Genetics? We haven't gotten an answer yet. He's gotten awful quiet there. What happened? This is the Real Talk podcast, and we need some real talk. So when we ask questions, we deserve answers. Do you run any Copycat Genetics? Monkey butter was fire. Oh my God. You know what? You just made me want to go back and pop some seeds of the monkey butter. That monkey butter was fire. Oh, I'm glad you just said something, No Limit. You're going to make me go back and pop some more seeds of that. That monkey butter was heat. People slept on that the same way that they slept on Polly Shore because it's not a lot of people running Polly Shore. That shit it's different. That's what I like the most about it. The terpene profile is different. Everything about it is different. Yeah, you noticed that No Limit, right? Hush mode. He disappeared the second that we started asking some questions. He had a whole lot to say until we started asking some questions. Now he don't want to answer shit. Now he don't want to answer shit. What happened? He's been very talkative this whole time. Oh, Bingus, I'm definitely about to go check that out next time I get a chance. Yeah, he left. Of course he left. Once you get on the hot seat, now you want to leave. When I was ignoring you and you was just putting 1,000 comments in the chat, you had a whole lot to say. But the second that we start focusing in on you and we want to start asking some questions, you vanish. Again, the Real Talk podcast. We get the fake ones right up out of here. We ain't got to block them. We ain't got to put them on timeout in the chat. No, we let them go. We let them go and we start asking the hard questions. And when the hard questions start getting asked, they disappear. I know exactly who it is. I know exactly who it is because we had the conversation earlier. I know exactly who it is. Now the issue is he's not running any Copycat Genetics. That's the facts. That he's not running any Copycat Genetics. So I don't understand why he even gives a fuck about what I'm saying about Copycat Genetics if he doesn't have any of it in his garden. He doesn't plan on growing any of it anytime soon. He doesn't follow Copycat Genetics. He's not in any of the live streams. He's not subscribed to any of his YouTube pages, but he seems to care more about Copycat Genetics than anybody else that I know. But he also believes that Northern Lights will beat out all of the cookie strains that are out right now. This is the same person from the other day when we had the conversation about breeders. This is the same person. Same person. He just keeps changing his name because he keeps getting blocked. So he's just going to keep making new pages, keep changing his name, and then joining back into the chat. But it's facts. This is somebody who still thinks that hunting land races is worth it. This is the same person. This is the same person who says that the shit that they had back in the 60s is better than the shit that we have now. You can't value nobody's opinion who thinks like this. You can't value nobody's opinion who's hunting strains from the 70s. You can't value anybody's opinion who thinks that one of the breeders who won the Breeder of the Year award that don't nobody grow. It's just crazy. I'm not taking shit. Oh, now he's back. So Nuke King, do you run any copycat genetics? Since you're back and you don't want to, and you didn't answer no questions, do you run any copycat genetics? Yes or no? In your garden right now, are you running any copycat genetics? I'm stupid. Answer the question. We're not here for name calling. We're not here for excuses. We're not here for you to change the subject. Do you run any copycat genetics? Do you run any copycat genetics? It's just a simple question. Yes or no? Yes or no? That's a fact. I'm only 29. It's a fact. It's a fact. That doesn't answer my question, though. Do you run any copycat genetics? You're saying everything except yes or no. Doom 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 doom. Oh, now he's getting angry over a question? It's just a simple question. Do you run any copycat genetics? You could just say no or yes. You could just say no or yes. It's okay. Your THC hybrid, let him go. We're just going to see if once he's on the hot seat, will he answer any questions? He got a lot to say until questions are asked towards him. Now he doesn't have anything to say. Yeah, fuck all that. You see that? You see that? Do you run his gear? Apple Sunday times 39, Apple Sunday times M39. Wait. This is about to be even worse. If you are running copycat genetics, now this is about to be even worse. Please tell me that is not a copycat cross that you're talking about with Apple Sunday times M39. Please tell me that is not copycat genetics that you have. Wait. So you've been, wait. Hold up. See, this is why this is the Real Talk podcast. Have you been purchasing copycat genetics and you're talking shit about them at the same time? Hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. I don't care if you didn't find nothing. Are you supporting the same motherfucker that you talking shit about us supporting? Wait. Hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. Are you supporting copycat genetics? Have you been putting money in his pocket? Have you been on his website purchasing his shit? Now you on here talking shit? Hold up. I was hoping that you said no. So I could be like, why do you even care about what he's breeding? Why do you even care about what he's doing? Are you actually running his gear? Are you purchasing his products and talking shit at the same Yo, you can't make this kind of stupidity up. Yo, you can't make this shit up. Oh, fuck. Yo. Yo, if he came in the game and you didn't like how he came in the game and he's such a big liar and he beat people back in the day, that cross was after he came back as copycat genetics. So even after he came back and you didn't like how he came back and he lied when he came back, you still went back and purchased his fucking gear? Oh shit! Yo, you can't make this kind of shit up. Yo, please tell me, y'all. Hold up. Nah, I need to get this. Get your ass over here. Come over here. Yo, bro, bring that ass here. Ain't no way you've been talking all this shit and you supporting copycat by putting money in his pocket. Ain't no. Yo, and then he bought some booth and he mad that he bought some booth. He brought a M39 cross. That's how you know where his mind is. Just because that strain was from back in the day, just because he grew up on that gear, just because he grew up on that brickweed, all of a sudden now he wants to go back and buy it, even though he's a liar and even though he's a scammer and even though he beat a bunch of people, he's still going to go and buy his gear afterwards. Oh, because you wanted to see for yourself. Oh, you want... Yo, please tell me y'all seeing this. Please tell me y'all seeing this. Yo, bro, if your gear was better, why are you trading to get copycat genetics if he's such a piece of shit? If he's such a scumbag and he lied and that's how he got his way back into the game, why is it that when he came back into the game, you still went and bought his shit? Or you still traded something to get his gear? You did buy it because you bought the shit that you bought that you traded. So no matter how you look at it, you still got his shit. Oh shit. Yo, please tell me y'all seeing this. Can I get some laugh emo? Yo, I'm literally crying. Like it's tears coming out of my eye. I wish I could see it, man. Yo, who thinks somebody is a piece of shit and still turns around and purchases their gear, whether it's in a trade, whether it's in anything? Who still does that? Who does that? Yeah, he's a piece of shit. He lied when he came back into the game and nobody respects him and nobody wants to run any of his gear and nobody in the community likes him. It's only your circle who likes him and the young bucks. But I definitely traded some of my gear to get some of his gear. Yo, if he's such a piece of shit, why would you give up anything that you already have to get some of his shit? Yo, that's crazy. Like, yo, it's nothing no one's going to be able to say to me to get me to trade anything that I have to get me some fucking Riot Seed Company gear. If you think I'm about to trade some, if you think that I'm about to trade some Square One Genetics to get some Riot Seed Co gear, you got me fucked up. Oh shit. Yo, nobody in the community likes him, but I definitely traded some of my gear to be able to get some of his gear. I just wanted to see what it was all about, even though I knew he was a scammer, and even though all of his and even though all of his stuff, no one likes him, and even though no one wants to run any of his gear, and only a small piece of the community actually likes his stuff, I'm still going to go ahead and trade some of the good stuff that I have to be able to run some of his M39, because back in the day, I used to love M39 and Christmas tree buds, and I used to love the M39 and the Christmas tree buds and the Jack Herreras and the Yo, Frosty. Yo, even though he came into the game and I didn't like how he came in because he lied about who he was and he was scamming people back in the day, I'm still going to trade some of my good gear to see if his shit is in. But I had to have it because back in my days, back in the 40s, M39 used to be the shit. And M39 is better than any of the stuff that they have now. So when I seen he had an M39 cross, I wanted to be able to trade some of my good stuff to be able to get some of that good old M39 from back in the 40s because it's a 39-day finish. Because it's an early finisher, I wanted to trade some of my good stuff to be able to get some copycat gear. Yo, facts. If your gear is better now than it was back Yo, Frosty, and in 39 days, it'd have been better than any of the cookie crosses that are out right now. And then I was going to take the 39-day finisher and I was going to cross it with this land race that I got from Thailand. And it was going to be better than any of the cookie crosses and any of the Jungle Boy stuff that's out right now because it finishes in 39 days and it was from back in the day. It's better than any of you Young Bucks gear. It's better than any of you Young Bucks stuff that you guys have now. Yo. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't stop laughing at this shit. Yo. Oh, fuck. Out of all of the crosses that he could have got from Copycat, he got Apple Sunday. He got the Apple Sunday cross with the... Yo, y'all give me a minute. We're gonna tap back in a second. Give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. Hold up. Just sit there and laugh at the stupidity of Nuke King. Let him sulk in his stupidity. We're gonna let him sulk in his stupidity. That's what we're gonna do. I don't like Copycat because he came into the game and he lied about who he was. So I don't support any of those kind of guys. But I definitely traded some of my good gear to get that 39-day finisher. That's exactly what I did. But fuck Copycat, even though I ran some of his gear after he came back and I didn't like the way that he came back. Oh my God. I'm sorry, y'all. He made me have to piss. I'm sorry. Yo, Hort Hydro, I'm not trying to humiliate him. He's trying to humiliate himself. He's humiliating himself. I didn't have nothing to do with that. No one told him Yo, let's just get back to environment because this shit got out of hand. This shit got out of hand. Let's get back to environment. Good fan movement. Oversize your AC. I can't even say it enough to you guys to oversize your air conditioning because you want full control over what's going on in your room. I don't care if you got LEDs. I don't care if you got HPS. I don't care if you got double-ended, single-ended, whatever you have. Oversize the air conditioning so you got full control. So early on, during like the 3-week stretch, you're gonna want to be able to keep it a little bit warmer. During the last couple of weeks, you're gonna want to be able to drop the temperature to be able to keep it a little cooler, to really make them trichomes start to show out, really be able to bring the colors out of the plants. So oversize the air conditioning and good fan movement. You don't want to develop pockets of humidity. You don't want to develop pockets of humidity on different parts of your garden because it'll start to build microclimates. And if the wind isn't able to come through there, you're going to start having issues. You also want to leaf strip. You also want to get a lot of those leaves out of there because they're obstructing the airflow. So as many leaves as you could get out of there. I'm not telling you to go through and do the Grandmaster level strip where you strip them naked down the sticks. You don't have to do it that seriously, but you definitely want to remove a decent amount of leaves to be able to allow the airflow to come through. These are things that are going to change the game in your garden because it's also going to allow light to penetrate farther down into the canopy. And those buds that normally wouldn't have been nothing, now they're able to be something. Now they're worth trimming. So you're going to want to do that. Oversize could be bad if you're not setting your temperatures to the right thing, and that's why you got to go in your room and you got to play with it a little bit, because if you oversize it, it's a real strong air conditioner. So if you put it at 79 degrees, it might get it down to like 76. If you put it at 76, it might get it down to like 73. So you're gonna have to play with it a little bit. But when you undersize it and then summertime hits, now you got issues. Now you got serious issues because now it's warm throughout the entire cycle. So you start getting foxtailing towards the end. You start getting extra leafy buds because of the heat. You start running into other problems because you undersized your air conditioning, and you don't want to be moving like that. You want to have full control. If you think that the Jungle Boys didn't oversize their air conditioning, if you think that the big growers didn't oversize their air conditioning, you're going to see that later on they had to wind up upgrading their air conditioning because they ran into problems. I myself had to do it. Luckily, I switched to LEDs and I didn't wind up having to upgrade my air conditioning because the LEDs winded up getting a lot of the heat out of my room. But when I was running the double-ended, oh man, during the wintertime, it was good. During the wintertime, it was perfect because I didn't even really have to run the air conditioning during the wintertime because it was just cool, you know what I'm saying? So I was good. But come summertime, I was running into some serious issues. And where I'm at, it don't get half as hot as it do in some of the other places. So you in a place where it get hot and you don't really got a wintertime like that, you're definitely going to want to oversize your air conditioning if you're trying to take it to the next level. You definitely don't want to undersize it. That's the worst thing that you can do is undersize your air conditioning. Don't do that. Air movement is a must. Now, you don't want so much that it's beating up on your plants because it'll start to cause some leaf issues. The buds that are closest to that fan, they won't develop properly. They'll wind up leafy. They'll wind up burnt from the air movement. So you also don't want to have too much air movement, but you want to be able to have those leaves blowing. And then when you leaf strip, that air is able to move unobstructed throughout the entire canopy. You don't have to worry about those pockets of air building up by the corner walls or by the back section. You don't have to deal with that. My advice is to get a fan that's underneath the canopy and get 2 or 3 fans that's over the top of the canopy, because most of the time that the PM is growing is because underneath your canopy, there's no air movement going, especially if you filling out your canopy properly. If you finishing out your canopy properly, you're not going to be able to see the floor. You don't want to see the floor. You don't want to be growing the floor. Electricity is too high. Lighting is too valuable. You don't want to be growing the floor. When I look in my room, the one thing I'm trying to see is, can I see the floor? If I can see the floor, I fucked up. I either need to veg a little bit longer, or I need to stretch them out a little bit more, or I don't need to run that strain anymore because it just doesn't stretch well enough for me. But I don't want to see the floor. I don't want to be growing the floor. So if you have a very dense canopy, a good 24 to 30 inch canopy, you're definitely going to want to have a fan that's moving the air underneath the canopy. Something left out. Most of the time, you don't see people that got a fan that's moving the air from underneath the canopy. You need that because it's stale air down there that can't make it up through those buds, and it'll start to powdery mildew from the bottom up. And if you're not paying attention, by the time you do notice it, it's already too late. Powdery mildew done took over your fucking garden, and you're through. You don't want to have to deal with that. So get a fan that blows underneath your canopy. Get a couple of fans that blows over the top of it. Make it a nice vortex kind of thing, and you can make sure that you're not dealing with no powdery mildew once you get towards the end. And another good thing about removing leaves is you actually get to see if there's any bug problems underneath there, because most of the time people are not going underneath their canopy. Most of the time people don't have the luxury of having these moving tables that like people like the Jungle Boy and them got. So you're not eye level with the bottom of your canopy. Most of the time the plants are sitting closer to the floor and you're just seeing the top of it. You really got to get down to see underneath it. But when you're doing a leaf strip, you'll actually be able to see if you're going through any bug problems, if you have any thrips, if you have any mites, if you have any of those kind of problems. When you're leaf stripping, you'll be able to run into those and you'll be able to address it properly. Now, fan movement underneath there is going to make a difference between even bug damage, because bugs don't like to be somewhere where the air is moving a little too heavy. They like to get buried right in the middle of your canopy. Now, when you leaf strip, there is nowhere for them to hide no more. There is no space for them to be able to reproduce no more. There is no space for them to get comfortable no more, because you got movement from underneath the canopy and above the canopy. And that's exactly how you want it. Environment is one of the number one factors when it comes to growing. I don't care what no one says. Next to genetics, environment is the very next thing. And it's left out so often. People want to talk about CO2 all the time. People want to talk about all of the other shit that goes into gardening, but they leave the environment out of it. You can't function like that. You're going to run into major issues later on if you don't have that environment under control. VPD. I like to follow the VPD, but I don't chase it too heavy. I try to get as close to it as I possibly can without stressing myself out, because it can get stressful trying to chase VPD. You don't want to be doing that. You don't want to be doing that. Get it to as close as you can. But if you can't get it exactly where you want it, just get it close. But chasing VPD is going to get stressful. You're going to be adding humidifiers. You're going to be turning the humidifiers off. You're going to be, no one wants to go through all of that. Just try to get it to the best range that you can that works for you. That's something else. You have to do what works for you. Don't look at growers who got 30, 40 lights and try to apply their methods to your one light tent. It's not going to work the same. They're in a completely different space. They're going to need way more fans. They're going to need way bigger ACs. They're going to be able to do way more things than you could do in your 4x4 tent. Now, there's certain things that they're doing that you can apply to your circumstances, but you can't apply everything that you're doing, everything that they're doing to your circumstance. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. I learned that the hard way, trying to follow what the larger growers are doing and my smaller grows. It doesn't translate the same way. You do what you are able to do. Do what works for your garden the best that you can. I'm glad everybody is coming in on a Real Talk Cannabis podcast, where we come here to talk about that real talk, where there is no bias, where no one gets kicked out of the chat sections, where everybody's opinion is valuable, where we can laugh, we can joke, we can still have decent conversations, and everything is still all good. There's no negativity. There's still all love between everybody, but we just, sometimes somebody gonna have to get fired up in the comment section. Bring your ass here, and we're gonna have to fire you up. You say some stupid shit in the comment section, we're gonna fire your ass up. We're gonna roast you, and that's just how it's gonna work. You're gonna be okay afterwards. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna learn how it goes on a Real Talk Cannabis podcast, and we're gonna move forward. That's how this thing works. That's how this thing works. Yo, King 613. Sometimes we just gonna have to fire your ass up, and sometimes I'm gonna have to get fired up. Somebody gonna fire my ass up in the comment section sometime for saying some stupid shit, and we gonna laugh at me too. I'm gonna get a bunch of comments one day because I'm gonna say some stupid shit, and they're gonna be like, "Yo, Beast Coast, we're gonna have to fire you up, bro. We're gonna let me in the live, and we're gonna have to fire your ass up, bro. You said some stupid shit on your live stream the other day. Now it's time to fire your ass up about it." And I don't mind it, because it's still all love at the end of the day, because this is the cannabis world and it's all about love, man. But sometimes you just gonna have to get your ass fired up. Bring your ass over here and get fired up. That's what we're gonna do on the Real Talk Cannabis podcast. I hate all of the other cannabis podcasts where everything is just so Yeah, it's not physical. We just talking shit. This is what men do. This is like the barbershop right here, where you could say some things and you ain't got to worry about throwing no knuckles afterwards. You ain't got to do none of that. Like, this is the man section. This is the man's barbershop right here, where nobody's in their feelings, where people could say stuff about me. Look, fucking Newt King was saying hella crazy shit about me, calling me all types of names. And then they got mad at me for firing his ass up. Sometimes you gotta fire somebody up, man. That's just how it works. That's just how it works. So thank you everybody for coming in. I ain't gonna hold y'all all night. I know y'all got shit to do. But next time I want some people to actually be able to join in on this live stream with me. So Newt King, even if next time you want to have this debate, make sure that you got your camera ready. Focus your camera on something that's not you if you can't show your face, because I know how it is. I don't care that copycat is trash, bro. I don't grow a bunch of copycat gear, so copycat can be trash to you. That's just how it is. And I think that those old school strains from the 40s that you growing is trash. See, but we have the right to our own opinion, and that's what's so good about being a human living on Earth, that everyone has the right to their own opinion. Nobody's wrong. Nobody's right. It's just our opinion. What I'm saying is not the end all be all. I don't care about what copycat is doing. Again, I grow a bunch of Square One Genetics, Empire Breeding Co., Seed Junkie. I'm definitely about to get some of those Runts crosses. I like Compound Genetics. I like Ethos. Ethos breeds some fire. THC Hybrid breeds some fire. Frosty McNasty breeds some fire. Low-Key Grow breeds some fire. Bingus breeds some fire. So we got a bunch of breeders in here that definitely breed some fire. So I'm not strictly stuck on nobody. I actually don't grow much copycat genetics my goddamn self. I just don't like hypocrisy. If he makes S1s of somebody else's gear and we got to fire his ass up for it, then when Exotic Genetics drops runs S1 and he S1 somebody else's gear, we got to have to fire his ass up about it too. See, we just got to be even across the board. We just got to be even across the board. We got to make sure that the scale is even. That the scale is even. If we're going to fire people up about copying other people's genetics, then when people copy the person that's copying people's genetics, we're going to have to fire their ass up too. Yeah, my favorite breeders, I like Compound, I like Ethos, I like Square One, I like Empire Breeding Co. Medgrower One, he breeds some decent strains. Newt King put me up on People Under the Stairs. Yo, Newt King, tell me if I'm saying that name right. People Under the Stairs. They play with some gas. They definitely play with some gas. They do a lot of like the Kim D's, the Sour Diesels. So I like them a lot. I like Piff. Oh damn, I don't want to say his name wrong. Hold on. What is his name? Piff. Fuck me, man. What is his name? I can't believe I'm forgetting it. Piff Coast Farms. I like Piff Coast Farms. He does a lot of like the old school haze crosses. So I like Piff Coast Farms. Who else? Damn, I'm not up on a lot of breeders, man. I found some breeders that breed some fire and I stuck with them. Yeah, definitely Piff Coast Farms. I love Piff Coast Farms. He got a bunch of shit that I want. I don't come on here because I got a couple of homies. Hort Hydro don't agree with me. Canorado breeds some. Oh man, how the fuck do I leave out Canorado? Canorado breeds some fire. New King don't agree with me neither. New King don't agree with me. Hort Hydro don't agree with me. There's gonna be a bunch of people on here that disagree with me, but they're not gonna get kicked out of the chat. They're gonna be able to say whatever the hell that they want to because they're men and I'm a man, and men have the right to say whatever they want to. yeah, I like Med Grower. I wasn't a fan of the Primal Punch. I'm not a fan of anything punch. I don't like any of the punches. I don't like fruity weed at all. Yeah, People Under the Stairs. Yup. People Under the Stairs, they play with some fire. I learned about them from Newt King. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have even known who the hell they was. But when I finally went to see them, I'm like, oh shit, they breed the gas, the Chem D's, the Chem 4s, the Chem 91s, all of the chems. They got the sours, they got everything. So I like People Under the Stairs. Those are some of the breeders that I like, though. Y'all can feel free to go ahead and drop in the comment section some of the breeders that you guys like. But I'm not up on a lot of breeders. Like when it comes to exotic genetics, I didn't have good luck with exotic genetics. I did not have good luck with copycat genetics. That's what y'all don't understand. I'm not sitting here defending him. I didn't have no luck with him. I just did a full pheno hunt of all of his gear and it was boof. That's just the facts. But then I turn around and I buy some cuts from Elevated, and the cuts that I bought from Elevated are copycat genetics and they're fucking fire. So you see what I mean? Like some people will tell you that Seed Junkies gear is trash and it's going to hurt me on you and all of this, but I've had nothing but good luck with Seed Junkies gear. That's just me though. That's just me. And nothing that I'm going to say is going to stop any of them from getting to their bag. Nothing that I'm going to say. I don't have a following. I don't have no homies. I don't have 1,000 people in my chat. I don't get thousands of views. I don't get any of that. Things are going to go the way that they go, and I tell people not to hold it against other people. So even when I had bad luck with the copycat gear, people were hitting me like, damn, now you got me scared to run copycat's gear. And I'm like, no, because your outcome might be different. There's hundreds of people out here that are getting good results from copycat gear. I just didn't. And that's just how it is sometimes. I didn't have luck with exotic genetics, but other people have had good luck with exotic genetics. So what am I supposed to say? Don't run exotic genetics because I had bad luck with it? No, I'm just going to tell you I had bad luck with it. Take it or leave it. Yeah, people they swear every seed is going to be, facts. And that's not how it works. That's not how it works. Yeah, yo, Hydro, never take it to heart, man. Like, I don't get why people think that people can't change. I don't like that idea because, again, I'm a 2-time felon. I used to be a horrible human being. And I would pray that years later, no one is still going to hold it over my head that back when I was younger, I used to be a piece of shit. There's some people who used to be on drugs. They used to be stealing. They used to be robbing. They was beating old ladies over the head and stealing their purses. And they're sorry for it now because they was able to grow up. They was able to get into the future. Now, there's jobs that won't hire felons because of the way that you guys are thinking that people can't change just because they did bad in the past. It's some people that are homeless because they've never been given a chance after they've done something bad in their past. There are some people who don't have nobody out here that got their back because they did something in the past and people won't let them get past that. And I don't like that America is like that. I don't like that. If I did something wrong back in the day, I have the right to not be that person now. I have that right to not be that person now. Yo, bro, I don't care that people hunt for their own gear to make crosses or whether they buy clones to make crosses because you got people, Nuke King, some of your people purchased from Fire Farmer. And Fire Farmer didn't hunt shit. Fire Farmer purchased those cuts and he sold them to your people. And your people started breeding with the same cuts that Fire Farmer bought from somebody else. You didn't say shit about Fire Farmer. You're not on there bashing Fire Farmer. You're not on there making posts about Fire Farmer. You're not calling Fire Farmer a piece of shit. And Fire Farmer did the same thing that Copycat Genetics did. And I still fuck with Fire Farmer. You see how that works? Do you see how that works? If he's taking hype strains, crossing them with other hype strains, selling the clones for $5,000, giving them out to people, and your friends are buying them, and now your friends are making crosses with them, and your friends are fucking with him, but they're going to talk shit about somebody else that's doing the exact same thing as Fire Farmer, that's when I got to call hypocrisy, and that's when I got to say that that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Fire Farmer didn't hunt for shit. Those were clone onlys that he had. Those were clone-only cuts that he had that he purchased from somebody. Now he's making strains out of them. Now he's going to sell them. I want to see if you're going to be all over bashing Fire Farmer for doing the same thing that Copycat Genetics was doing. I just want to see if it's going to be the same result. Oh, Copycat Genetics is a piece of shit because he takes people's hard work and he S1s it and he sells it like it's his own shit. And then Exotic Genetics goes and gets the runs cut and then they S1 the runs cut and they're selling people the runs cut. But Exotic Genetics are somehow different because some of the other strains that they hunted and crossed themselves. That don't make no sense. I don't care what they did in the past because Big Dan was doing some fire back in the day. Just because he's crossing shit now doesn't mean that all of a sudden he's a bad person. He's been making his own shit for the longest. I don't like that. Yeah, I need to know what special is. I need to know. You can't say that the dude is trash and that he's done nothing special. How can you say that? He made high times. He made the High Times magazine. You can't say he's not doing nothing special. The sour diesel that I got right now is from Copycat Genetics. People in this comment section right now are running the runts. They're running the Miss Big Buns. What do you mean original? Miss Big Buns is his. Gobstoppers is his. If you want me to, I could pull up his site right now and I could go through his 84-page master list of fucking strains that he created himself. You can't name me a breeder out here that's not using another breeder's gear. You're not going to do it. You're not going to be able to name me one breeder that's original. What's original? I bought some seeds from this company. I bought some seeds from this company, and I'm going to cross it and I'm going to make something new. What's original about that? None of them created those strains. None of them. None of them. That Northern Lights that you think is so special from your man's bought that Northern Lights from a seed company. He hunted it and found a pheno of it. There's nothing original about that. Somebody already created that Northern Lights. There's no such thing as that. If this ain't from 3, 4, 5, 6,000 years ago, nobody created anything original anymore. That shit is out the window. There is nothing original anymore. There's nothing original anymore. Everyone is creating strains using other people's shit. There's no way around it. None of them have something that is strictly theirs because they purchased that shit from somebody who created it. So you're not going to be able to get me with that. You're not going to be able to get me with that. Everyone is using somebody else's shit. Everyone. Everyone. Your peoples just did a runts cross. That's what kills me, is that you know your peoples just did a runts cross. Oh, but they crossed it with their own stuff. I don't care, but they use somebody else's gear to create something else. Copycat uses somebody else's gear to create something else. I don't see what the difference is, and you can't say that there's a difference. There is no difference. There's not one breeder out here that's not using somebody else's gear. And again, Exotic Genetics just dropped a whole runts line. They just dropped a whole lineup of runts crosses, $300 for 12 seeds. When Copycat had $250 seeds, the community lost their fucking mind. I would never pay that much for seeds. Who does he think he is to have seeds that's that expensive? And then you go to Exotic Genetics and it's $300 for 12 seeds. I don't like that. I don't like that. Because it's selective anger. It's selective anger. Fire Farmer is creating seeds right now using strains that do not belong to him. They don't belong to him. He went, he purchased cuts, he crossed those cuts together, and he made some new shit. That's the same thing that Copycat is doing, and everyone got mad at Copycat for doing the same thing. All he's doing is crossing hype with hype. Oh, all he's doing is taking other people's stuff and he's crossing it together, so there's nothing original about that. But then Fire Farmer does it, and everyone loves it. But then Exotic Genetics does it, and everyone loves it. Exotic Genetics went so far to drop the Runts S1. The Runts don't belong to them. They did not create the Runts. They did not create the Runts, but they dropped the Runts S1. Are you trying, Nuke King, just answer one question. Are you trying to say that Copycat does no pheno hunts? Just answer me that one question. Does Copycat do pheno hunts of other people's gear to find the shit that he wants to back cross to all of the other shit that he has? Does he do his own pheno hunts? Or are you going to tell me that all he does is purchase cuts? Are you telling me he doesn't do any pheno hunts? What do you mean he's not doing the same thing? Does Copycat Genetics do pheno hunts? Yes or no? Let me know if Copycat Genetics does his own pheno hunts. What, add you in on a stream, bro? Damn, how do I... Come on, you know I'm new to this. I don't know how to add you in on the stream yet. God damn it. Let me figure this out, and I'm going to try it next time, bro, to get you in on this stream. He says he does? Yes, I know he does. I know he does. He hunts 300 seeds every 2 months. He's hunting Exotic Genetics gear right now. He's hunting Seed Junkie gear right now. He's hunting some of his own gear right now. And once he finds his own phenos, he's going to back cross it to everything else that he has. His pink runts is a pink panties that he hunted and found himself and crossed to the runts. How is that any different from what anybody else is doing? Please tell me. How is he not doing the same thing? He hunted the pink panties. He found his cut of pink panties. He crossed it to the runts, and he created his version of pink runts. How is that any different than what anybody else is doing? It's not exhausting, bro. You just know you don't have no answers for these questions. That's what I hate, is when you start trying to act like I'm the exhausting one just because you can't answer questions. When you ask me questions, I say yes or no. When I ask you questions, it's 19 comments irrelevant to what I'm asking you. Irrelevant to what I'm asking you. Now you're mentioning karma. Like, what are you talking about karma for? All I asked was, does Copycat hunt his own seeds? There's nothing new under the sun. Everyone is using somebody else's shit. Everyone, including your people. That's what makes me mad, is that you know that AK Bean Brain, or whatever his name is, AK Seeds, whatever the fuck his name is, he is not using strictly his own gear. The Northern Lights that you are bragging about, that he said on his own podcast is better than any of the cookie crosses that's out right now. He purchased those seeds from a seed bank, hunted it, found his own pheno, and that's what he's using to create all the rest of his shit. So what's any different than anybody else who's using somebody's gear to create something else? He's using somebody else's gear to create something else. There's nothing original about that. I took some seeds that I bought from somebody else. I kept one pheno out of the pack of seeds that I took from somebody else, and I'm using it to create something new. That's what every breeder right now is doing. Every breeder. But the only one catching flack about it is Copycat. That I don't like. Whatever clone only you want, but hunt for your own shit to cross it with. Okay, Copycat does the same thing, and you're still mad at Copycat even though he hunts and finds his own phenos to back cross with the hype. That I don't like. Of course I'm literal, bro. You can't tell me some shit and want me to think something else. I'm literal. Don't tell me that just because your man's hunted out some phenos and back crossed it to all the other shit he had, all the breeders are finding some shit and back crossing it to all the other shit they had. That's how you breed. Copycat got 84 pages of strains. Do you think that all of them are clone onlys from somebody else? That would sound crazy. You want to know what else is worse? Right now, in Newt King's garden, he got apple fritters crossed with runts. Right now. From somebody who did not create apple fritter or runts. Don't lie. Right now, in your garden, in your grow, I have the pictures. You are growing apple fritters crossed with runts that was created by somebody who did not create apple fritter and did not create runts, did not hunt for runts, did not hunt for apple fritter, and you're still running those seeds in your garden right now, and you were bragging about how fire it was. Don't fucking lie, because I have the messages. I'll pull them up right now. Are you running apple fritter cross with runts, and the person that you got that cross from, did they create the apple fritter or the runts? No. They did not create the apple fritter. They did not create the runts. They did not hunt for the runts pheno that they have. They did not hunt for the apple fritter pheno that they found. They bought two clones, crossed them together, and you're growing it in your garden right now. Right now, as we're speaking, that shit is in your fucking garden. But somehow Copycat is bad for doing the same thing that you are growing in your garden right now. He did not hunt that apple fritter. He did not. It's facts. No, he did not. He purchased that apple fritter. Purchased it. I remember when he purchased it. I remember when he spoke about purchasing it. Purchased it. So since he purchased the apple fritter and since he purchased the runt, why are you supporting somebody that's doing the exact same thing that Copycat is doing, but you're mad at Copycat for doing it? Again, off topic. Are you right now growing a cross of two different strains that did not belong to somebody? Somebody crossed two strains that did not belong to them, and you are growing it right now in your garden, and you're not talking shit about that breeder. Exotic Genetics put in way more work than Copycat. You don't know that. That's an assumption. You have no idea. I could pull it up right now. Copycat got about 80-something pages of his master list. Exotic Genetics got about 34. So they're about 50 strains behind. And you said they sell way more. Okay, that's an opinion. It's an opinion. Again, are you right now growing a cross of two different strains that did not belong to a breeder? Yes. The answer is yes. So why is copycat so bad, yet you're growing a strain that did not belong to the breeder who created it? That's selective anger. That's selective. Matter of fact, Nuke King is about to cross GMO with Headband. The headband isn't his, neither is the GMO. GMO ain't yours, headband ain't yours, but you're getting ready to cross the two and make some fem seeds of it. So are you just as bad as Copycat? Because neither one of those strains belong to you. You didn't hunt neither one of those phenos. Both of them were clones that you received, and you're getting ready to cross them to make something new. So are you any better than Copycat Genetics? Because you're doing the exact same thing. Neither one of those strains belong to you. You didn't hunt neither one of those strains, and you're getting ready to cross both of those strains to make a new strain. So how are you any different? Oh, now they were, oh, okay. 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 Runt's S1s were freebies. Okay. Okay. He definitely backcrossed somebody else's strain and was giving them to people. It's a fact. It's a fact. You're also getting ready to do the same thing that you're talking shit about Copycat for. That GMO ain't yours. You didn't hunt GMO. The headband ain't yours. You didn't hunt the headband. But you're about to cross them and make some shit, ain't you? Ain't you? Ain't you? And you're going to be taking some pictures of it and you're going to be putting it up and talking about it's fire. But if Copycat did it, you'd be talking shit about him. I don't like hypocrisy. That's my issue. I don't like the hypocrite shit. That don't work for me. He does now, but in the beginning, 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 in the beginning. I hate that. I hate that. Oh, in the beginning, and you still, after he did that in the beginning, you still traded some of your seeds to be able to get some of his gear. So apparently you didn't feel no type of way about it, because if you really felt some type of way about it, you wouldn't have traded anything that you have to go ahead and get some of his shit. Why would you still want his shit if you didn't appreciate the way that he came back into the game? Exactly, bro. You only hear slander about Copycat for making S1s of people gear. He's the only person that got to catch flack about it. That's what I don't like. Now, if it was even around the board and they was talking shit about everybody who created S1s, then I wouldn't have nothing to say. I wouldn't even be on here saying nothing. I wouldn't be saying nothing. I just hate that it's only one breeder who got to catch flack over it. Considering that Nuke King himself is about to cross two strains that don't belong to him to make some new shit, and he ain't gonna sit here and say that he's a scumbag. He's not gonna sit here and say that he's a piece of shit. He's not gonna sit here and say anything about himself for doing the same thing that he's talking shit about Copycat for doing. That's hypocrisy. That's hypocrisy. I'm about to S1. I'm about to S1 my Brisker OG. Does the Brisker OG belong to me now because I made S1s of it? No. That was from Titan. You see what I'm talking about, DTMB Inc.? You see what I'm talking about? Get over there to Empire. Who's Old Swamp Boys Fire? I don't know who Old Swamp Boys is, but I agree with you about Empire. Get over to Empire Breeding Co. and go get yourself some gas. Y'all have never heard me tell y'all to go and purchase Copycat Genetics. Somebody in here, out of the couple of streams that I've done so far, have I advised anybody in the streams to go and purchase Copycat Genetics? I'll wait. Have I told any of y'all to go and purchase Copycat Genetics? Bro, why do you feel like nobody fucks with Copycat? See, that's stupid. I can say that nobody fucks with the AK person that you're talking about because I don't know a soul growing any of his 70s gear. I don't know a soul besides you that's growing anything from AK Bean Brain or whatever the fuck he is. I don't know it. I've never seen a picture posted and somebody say, hey, I got this from AK Bean Brain. I've never heard of him before you said something about it. Sipping on a hand dog. THC Titan. Now you bring up THC Titan and you're going to find a whole bunch of people growing his shit. You'll hear me tell you quick to get over to Square One Genetics. You ain't going to hear me say nothing about that. Get your ass over to Square One Genetics. As soon as he dropped, that motherfucker be selling out in 60 seconds. Of course, you never heard me say that I'm never going to advise nobody to go buy no copycat genetics, but I also don't have a problem with copycat genetics. I don't have a problem with it. I want everybody to win. I don't give a fuck how you come into the game. I don't give a fuck what you do. I just want you to win. I want you to win. But I don't like hypocrisy. I don't like the fact that people say something about one person, don't say something about somebody else, and they're both doing the same shit. I don't like that. Jordan Williams Jr., what's happening? Drop me a thumbs up when you come in, man. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you could be in a Real Talk Cannabis podcast every single time that we go live. I'm going to try to do this as many times a week as possible. Are you self-taught or did you have an OG out? I kind of learned from YouTube. It was mainly like Med Grower, Mr. Tight, Medi Cropper. Who's the hydroponic dude? Damn, how am I forgetting his name? Y'all remember who I'm talking about, right? The dude who first started doing DWC and he was showing everybody else how to do it. Fuck, I forgot his name. Somebody's gonna say it. Somebody's gonna say it. The main dude who used to do the hydroponic shit, he was doing the DWC buckets and all of that. I forgot his name. It's something Hydro. High-Grow Hybrid. Boom. There you go. High-Grow Hybrid. That was another person who I learned from. And then I found out about the Frosty McNasties and the Low-Key Grow. I found out about a lot of them afterwards. Bro, I don't need... See, you know what kills me about that? When I talk about history, you tell me history is not important. Now you tell me I need to learn my history. Whenever I'm talking to you about history, you tell me to stop living in the past. Now all of a sudden you want to tell me that I don't know my history. Which one is it, bro? This is what I'm talking about. You're always on the fence with shit. Every time I turn around, you're saying something that contradicts what you be saying. You be telling me don't live in the past. You be telling me not to worry about history. Now you're telling me that I don't know my history. And apparently you're saying that it's important that I know my history. Where are we going with that? Where are we going with that? Should I know my history or should I not know my history? And does it only fit you when it's convenient? Does it only fit you when it's convenient? Because you told me that history isn't important. You should focus on the future. Now you're also telling me that I don't know my history. Oh, Hort Hydro, I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about that, man. It's all love, bro. All love. Most people think because I speak about Copycat that I'm standing up for Copycat and that I somehow am defending Copycat. No, I'm defending hypocrisy. I'm defending hypocrisy. I don't like hypocrisy. I don't like the fact that they don't like some breeders like Copycat for doing the same shit that other breeders are doing. That I don't like. Because Fire Farmer over there creating some fire using everybody else's shit. Cuts he purchased. And Nuke King's people are purchasing Fire Farmer's genetics. They are purchasing his clones. Even though they know that they ain't his shit. I don't like that. My barbershop is pointless, then leave. Then leave. It's okay. The rest of us will still be in here, smoking good, chilling. You seem to be the only person angry. Everybody else is still getting their points across. Everybody else is still disagreeing with me. Hort Hydro doesn't feel the same way that I feel about shit, and he's still getting his points across. He's still saying what he got to say, and we still cool. Me and Hort Hydro still gonna have great conversations in the future. We still gonna have great conversations in the future. We're still gonna be talking. If we ever get the chance, we're still gonna be trading cuts and clones and seeds and whatever we can, because we're not taking none of this to heart. You seem to be the only person that's taking this to heart. I don't mind that you bought anything from a reputable breeder. I just don't feel that no breeder is reputable. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. What the fuck is a reputable breeder? What the fuck is a reputable breeder? What is that? I don't know what that is. Everyone has purchased trash from every breeder. Every breeder has given somebody seeds that they wasn't happy with. Name one breeder that somebody is happy with everything ever gotten from them. Name one. Exactly, Frosty. How you mad at how somebody else spend their money? If somebody wants to purchase copycat genetics, so what? If somebody wants to purchase your AK Bean Brain 1940s land race crosses, then who am I to say something about those fucking old farts that want to go ahead and buy some Northern Lights 85? Like, have fun. Don't expect me to like it, but have fun. I don't care how copycat started. I don't care about that. Why do you keep on mentioning how he started? It's not how we finished. Tortoise in the hare, bro. The hare started off booming. The tortoise whooped his ass in the end. Look, the dinosaurs was here. The dinosaurs was wrecking fucking shop. The dinosaurs left. The turtles are still here. The butterflies are still here. And they started off way slower than the fucking dinosaurs did. The dinosaurs is out of here now. Gone. The turtle's still here. And the turtle was here when the dinosaur was here. You see how that works? It doesn't matter about how you start. It's how you finish. I started off growing boof. I don't grow boof no more. Am I supposed to still be the boof guy that I was when I first started growing? Hell no. So what if he wanted to S1 everything? I appreciate the fact that somebody was out here S1 and everything. I wasn't trying to be out here paying no $5,000 for no fucking cuts. If I can get the damn seeds for $300, hell yeah. S1 everything you can get your fucking hands on. If you want to pay $5,000 or $10,000 for a cut and make S1s of it and then sell it to me for $300, thank you, my nigga. Good looking. Good looking. You should do it. You should do it. Don't get mad at them. If you can't beat them, fucking join them. If you can't beat them, join them. And that's exactly what Exotic Genetics did. They came in talking shit about copycat genetics for making S1s of other people's gear, and then they S1 the runts. What type of shit is that? I know, bro. You got to remember the way that the fucking algorithm works, and these shits come in as they want to come in. Like, even when I go live, all of y'all gonna get it at a different time. Some of y'all might think y'all the first people that's in the live stream, but you might be the fifth person in the live stream. It's the way that the algorithm works. So I'm just answering it as I see it come up on here. Bro, I don't know what a reputable breeder is. Everyone has not been happy with everything that they've bought from everyone. I don't know what a reputable breeder is. Copycat has a massive fan base of people who love running his gear. What makes him not a reputable breeder? Because you don't like him? So just because you don't like him, he's not a reputable breeder? That don't make sense. I don't like AK Bean Brain for breeding 1950s boof. Can I say he's not a reputable breeder? Because he wants to still be stuck in the fucking 1950 hippies days and be running fucking Northern Lights and all of these land race strains? Am I going to say he's not a reputable breeder just because he's running boof and he can't step into the future? I can't say that. I can't say that. I don't know what you mean by reputable breeder. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, exactly, Jordan. What's the standard for a reputable breeder? I don't know. I have no idea. Buy the gear, run it, see how it comes out. That's all I can tell you to do. Oh, you know what? I'm lying. Square One Genetics has been a reputable breeder for me. Everything that I've pretty much ran from Square One Genetics has been heat. Everything that I pretty much ran from Empire Breeding Co. has been heat. Everything I've ran from Seed Junkie has been heat. But it's subjective, exactly. It's subjective. It's subjective because some people will tell you that Seed Junkie is trash. I know, Horhydra, I wish that I could fucking get you in on here, but I don't know how to do it. I might have to get a fucking live stream app on here to be able to get you in on here. I don't know how to do it. So what I'll do is next time before I go live, I'll talk to you and I'll see if I can definitely get you in on here. Because I don't know how to do this shit. I don't exactly know how to work with this. I wish it was like Instagram and I could just fucking send you an invite and get you in here, but I can't. I don't really know how to work this yet. Exactly. Everyone's gonna have a different run, so everybody's gonna have a different feeling about the genetics that they're running, and it's nothing wrong with it. It's nothing wrong with it. Some people say seed junkie shit always harms and it's trash and it's boof, and I didn't find anything good out of it. I've always found something good out of their gear, so it's subjective. Yeah, bro. When I be posting Square One's gear, I'd be lying if I say that somebody didn't inbox me and be like, "Hey, I ran some of his gear and it harmed on me." Okay, bro. Shit happens. What the fuck you want me to say? What the fuck do you want me to say? Okay, Zoom. Oh, bro, I could connect the Zoom to this? Or should I start live streaming on Zoom? Discord? Yo, Hydro, if I could connect my Zoom to the live stream, because I got Zoom. Because I be in the Grandmaster level joint, so I definitely got Zoom. Can I connect my Zoom to this shit? It's another option, a Discord channel. See, I be needing y'all help, man. I'm like technologically illiterate. About Zoom, I have seen it, though people do it. Yeah, bro, I gotta figure this shit out. Yo, Hydro, just stay by your phone, cause after I end this stream, I'm gonna inbox you so you can help me figure this shit out, and we might do some test streams just to be able to see if I can get you in here. Oh, okay. Discord isn't on YouTube. Okay. I was thinking about buying a streaming app because they got apps that you can get that allows you to let people in on the streams and shit. I want to be able to let all of y'all in so I can have 5, 6, 7, 8 different people in here at a time and everybody can get they say so. I'm not running from nobody. Yeah, I'm definitely going to stream it on here. Trust me, I'm not moving over to Zoom. I'm not just going to strictly dedicate it to Zoom. I want to be on YouTube because it's much easier for people. YouTube comes on everyone's phone. I can get y'all in here. But imagine when I could have like 8 or 9 people in here and we could one at a time take our time getting our point across, and we don't have to wait for the chat to load. We don't have to wait for none of that. We could just talk back and forth like men. It'd be dope. Everybody smoking or drinking or doing whatever they're doing. This would be the hella chill podcast right here, and we could do it. Both? Okay, yo, Hydro, just please stay by your phone after I end this stream because I'm going to inbox you and I'm going to see how we can set this up because I definitely want you in here. No limit, I want you in here. Man, if I could get my boy Frosty McNasty, I'd be high. See, yeah, it's been a couple streams now where y'all hear me keep talking about Frosty McNasty and how hype I be. Y'all don't understand, man. Like, he changed the game for me. Like, that's Mr. Doors right there. Like, every time I turn around, that motherfucker opening another door to a big ass, beautiful ass grow. And I love that shit. That is definitely one of the people who I look up to. He's one of the only black growers that I know. And I know to a lot of people that don't mean shit, but we don't have a lot of representation in there. Hell yeah, I know Frosty. That is the homie right there. So he was one of the only black growers that I had to look up to, him and Low Key. You know what I'm saying? But Frosty was doing more what I do because I wasn't exactly fully hydro. So when I seen Frosty McNasty between the greenhouses, but if y'all not subscribed to his channel, you fucking tripping. When I seen his greenhouses, when I seen his rooms, when I seen him upgrading from the tables with the double liddeds to moving on to the LEDs and all of that, that shit was inspiring for me. So that's the reason I'm always so hyped to have Frosty McNasty in here. Like that shit is something to me. To everybody else, that might not be nothing. But to me, that is fucking everything to have somebody who you was looking up to for years inside of your live stream. That shit is dope to me. I like to give people their flowers while they still here. I don't want to wait until something happened and all of a sudden it was like, yo, I fuck with him. Like, nah, I'm going to tell you right now that is the homie right there. I am, bro. Trust me. As soon as I end this, as a matter of fact, I'm going to go and I'm going to start looking up how I could get Zoom on here, because then I could just send out the Zoom link every time that I'm getting ready to go live. and I'll be able to do it because Grandmaster Level does it. Facts, boot fire in Kansas. It don't matter what you go, bring that shit to Kansas. It's lit. Get the high for it. So yeah, as soon as I end this, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna start figuring out how I can get a bunch of you. Yeah, he on YouTube. Jordan Williams. Hell yeah, he right there in the chat. You see Frosty McNasty right there, bro. Add that page and go look, bro. I'm telling you, it's bro. I'm talking about inspiration. And he doesn't just show when his garden is looking beautiful. He shows you the mistakes. He shows you everything, so you really get to learn for it. You really get to learn from it. Yeah, he right there. He right there. Add that good old page right there. But look, we already been live for like an hour and some change. I don't want to keep y'all all night. The crazy thing is that we still keeping the numbers, man. The numbers ain't been dropping or nothing. That's the only reason I ended the live stream is because everybody's still in here and I'm loving this shit. It's rare that I get to chill with a bunch of growers and talk some grow shit and talk some real shit. That's the reason that I love this. And that's the reason that we're going to start the Real Talk podcast. And listen, New King, I'm never going to block you. You're gonna get the ad. You're gonna get the link too. You'll be able to come in here and you'll be able to speak your piece. You'll be able to do all of that. So we don't have to worry about me getting in your shit late as it comes in on the stream. Yo, Jordan, don't even worry because every time I do a live stream, it's gonna get saved on here. It's gonna get saved on here. So you'll be able to go back later on and watch the whole thing. You can share it to the homies. You can do all of that. So New King, what we could do is when I send you the Zoom links, you could come in and you could talk about the history of cannabis. You could talk about all of the strains that created the ones we got now. I'm just going to tell you that I don't want those old strains now. I appreciate them for where they've gotten us now, but do I still want them? No, it's just simple. Do I want to be growing Northern Lights today and getting fucking 12 a P just because I'm growing something from the 50s? No. No, not when I could grow peanut butter cookies and get 36. Hell no, I don't want to be growing no fucking Northern Lights or no land races in no 2020. Ah, my boy King Black 420 in the building. What's happening, bro? What's happening? Oh, you about to get a wrench too. And Frosty getting a wrench. 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 Definitely got to get a homie's a wrench. Oh, Frosty, you know I'm going to send you the link. Yo, Whore Hydro, you trying to be funny? yo, Whore Hydro, you trying to be funny? Are you trying to be funny? Are you trying to call me Big Dan? Oh, man. 2,000. Yeah, nah, bro. 4,000 ppm. I use double the amount of ppm that current culture tells me to use, and I run injected oxygen into my current culture system, and my plants grow 3 feet a day. What you talking about? Yo, Whore Hydro, what you talking about? I inject oxygen with just a tube into my master controller bucket, and it runs through my system, and I'm able to get 3 feet a day on my plants. What you talk in my current culture system? And I got 8 of these rooms, but I'm gonna show you the same one every single time that I do a video. I got 8 of these though. What day in flower do buds bulk up? I'm on day 50. They look pretty small. I'm in cocoa about 800 ppm. They should start bulking after like day 35. Look in the comment section and some people might give you some different answers. I know, bro. Yo, New King, I'm getting all of these shits hella late. So by the time I'm responding to them, you like, damn, bro, you like 10 questions back. I'm like, I know, bro, but I'm only seeing them as I'm seeing them. That's why next time you're gonna get the Zoom link and we'll be able to come in here and actually have a conversation. Yeah, DTMB, it's definitely all about the strain. It's definitely all about the strain. But I say usually if your strain is like a 65 to 70 day finisher, around day 35 to 42, you'll really start seeing them bulk. But like my peanut butter cookies, that shit from 42 to like 65, It does not stop bulking. If you take that shit to 70, it'll get even bigger. It'll get even bigger.
All right.
Yeah. Wait, yo, Horhydra, I never did. I never did RDWC. I never did RDWC. I thought you was trying to say that I was Big Dan like everybody else be trying to do. Wait, it's GG4? Yo, Frosty, what happened to the videos? Even with no CO2, bro, like one of my rooms got CO2, one of my rooms don't got CO2, and still usually around like day 35, something starts to happen. So you might need to check to see if you got a light leak or something, because you might have a light leak or something. Wait, what got you back in the day to grow current culture? Wait, current, undercurrent? What? Are you talking about high grow, high? Wait, what? I'm saying I like the grow, you killed it. Wait, are you trying to say I'm Big Dan? Hold up. I need to see what's going on here. You keep saying undercurrent and all of this. Are you trying to say I'm Big Dan? You'll definitely see a difference with CO2. It's a major difference with CO2. My one room, the buds get way bigger than the other room because one got CO2 and one don't. Yo, Hort Hydro, are you trying to say that I'm Big Dan? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, by day 50, they should definitely be bulking heavy. Oh, definitely. And Nuke King definitely sent me the is it Iron Lotus? I want to say it's Iron Lotus. I'm talking about that shit look like straight pressure. I'm telling y'all, the Iron Lotus, when you look at that motherfucker, I'm talking about if somebody came to you with that Iron Lotus and they just showed you the buds and it was in the vac seal and you hadn't got a chance to even smell it or nothing yet, you'd have took it. You'd have took it right away. You wouldn't have asked no fucking questions. That fucking Iron Lotus looked like pressure. Shout out to Nuke King for getting me some of that good old Iron Lotus. Hopefully he works that strain himself. Wait, Hort Hydro, I'm not Big Dan. Wait, what? Back in the day with the undercurrent. Wait, I'm not Big Dan. What the? Hort Hydro, I'm not Big Dan. I never ran. Oh, yeah. So you're looking at the current culture with the Kimbo Kush and the what was the other one he ran? You're looking at the Kimbo Kush and the what the fuck was the other one? I think it was like a skunk or something. Yeah, and I'm injecting 800 ppms of oxygen directly into the control bucket, and my plants are growing 3 feet a day. And I got Gavitas and the ideal air conditioning, and my plants grow 3 feet a day. My plants grow 3 feet a day, even though you need oxygen diffusers inside of the control bucket in order for the oxygen to work. I'm injecting direct oxygen from my oxygen tank that I blow glass with, and my plants are growing 3 feet a day. Oh. I'm running the exotic genetics, Kimbo Kush, and the skunk, and my plants are growing 3 feet a day in my current culture system because I'm injecting pure oxygen with a regular oxygen tube into my control bucket, and it's yo, no limit. Come on, son. I'm trying to keep a straight face. I'm injecting pure oxygen from my control bucket, even though I need an oxygen diffuser to be able for it to work. But I'm injecting pure oxygen into my current culture control bucket, and my plants are growing 3 feet a day. And I got 8 of these rooms, even though I'm gonna show you one room over and over. I got 8 of these rooms. I could have loaded it with Phantom Stomper and got 19 pounds of light, but I didn't. I decided to run this exotic genetics, but fuck exotic genetics because they grow boof. Oh, yeah. Oh, Yo, Hydra, you got me fucking crying. Oh yeah. Oh shit. Yo, Jordan, you running? Wait, you running GG4 from Copycat Genetics? The GG4 you got, that was the S1 from Copycat Genetics? Oh shit. Oh yeah. Oh shit. Uh Yo, King Black. Yo, King Black, I was doing my best, man. I was doing my best. That's a S1 from. Yeah, yo, Hort Hydro, I'm dead ass not Copycat Genet. Yo, hold up. Can you see my hand? You know what color Copycat is, right? Like you know this can't be Copycat Genetics. That wasn't me running those undercurrents back in the day. I don't know why everyone says that I'm Copycat Genetics or that I sound like Big Dan. That wasn't me. That wasn't me. I was watching like you was, and I was watching where he injected pure oxygen into the control buckets of the current culture systems with the 16 site undercurrents, and his plants was growing 3 feet a day under the under the gavitas with 5 foot ceilings. I was watching it, and the reason that they was turning yellow is because they was eating more food because of the gavitas. It wasn't because they was too close to the gavitas. It's because they was eating more food because of the gavitas, and I had the ideal air system, and my plants was growing 3 feet a day. Oh yeah. Copycat got a tan. Well, you know, Copy be out in Miami. He be out in Arizona. He be in California. Copycat be all over the place. I gotta say, one of my favorite videos from Big Dan is when he did that. What was it? He did that tour. Of the what the fuck was it? He did like an aquarium tour over in, I think it was like Arizona. He was in Arizona or something. And he did a tour of an aquarium out there. That was my favorite video from him. That fucking aquarium was dope. I'm like, where the fuck is he? I got Hort Hydro's head fucked up. Oh yeah, I got property out in Vegas, and I own 3 hotels over in hold on. And I own 3 hotels over in Florida, and I be over there in the top floor with all of the rich people when I'm down in Vegas, when I'm down in Florida, and I'm with all of the people who be popping the pills and doing the shrooms and shit. We be at the rave concerts, and I be in my Lamborghini and my 6 Series BMW. Yo, Hydro. Yo, I used to love Big Dan, son. I used to watch that shit all the fucking time because he used to talk that shit. I loved it. Big Dan used to be talking that shit. I loved when he came back as Copycat and he was like, yo, I used to be on so much drugs and alcohol when I used to do those videos. I knew it because he used to be talking crazy, son. I'm from the Hoffa Projects, and I'm from the Hoffa Projects in Massachusetts. I didn't have no silver spoon in my mouth. I'm from the hood, my nigga. Oh yeah. Yo, Jordan, the gorilla, you're growing Gorilla Glue S1 from Copy? Have any of you guys ever tried to freak show? Are you talking about that strain that looked like it kind of looked like an evergreen tree? Triple C. You talking about that? I think I seen something about it the other day. It kind of looked like an evergreen pine tree. Like the leaves is like hella weird on it. Yeah, the freak show. I was seeing something about it the other day when I was scrolling through Instagram. You talking about that strain that the leaves look weird as shit. It looked like an evergreen pine tree. Yeah, Jordan, there's hella other options out there for you to get seeds from. Your triple C. That's the. Oh yeah. I seen something about it, but so far I only been able to see the leaves off of it. I ain't been able to really see no flower, but I seen people talking about it the other day. That strain would scare the fucking shit out of me if I'm looking in my garden and it looked like I'm growing evergreen trees. Yeah, that strain was scared the fucking shit out of me. I wanted to end this stream a minute ago, but we still holding strong the same amount of people we was having before. So I want to see if people got more questions, because I know the people in the chat will be able to give good feedback as well as me. If the fucking people aren't dropping, then what you want me to do? That's what I got now, going 50 days in flower, copycat genetics, GG4, S1, but the buds look hella small. Yo, bro, Jordan, I'm going to be 100 with you. Even though earlier I was on here talking about the hypocrisy of copycat genetics, I got the same results from copycat genetics. Everything I grew from him had small ass buds and had no stretch to it. Like you flip it in the flower and they don't move. Like you flip it in the flower and they the same size that they was when you started day one of flower, and the buds are so small they weren't worth keeping. If you go to my Instagram, Beast Coast Grower 420 on Instagram, you can see in my last round where I threw away everything that I was hunting from copycat genetics. I'm just being 100 with you, bro. Only thing I don't like is the hypocrisy that they're mad at him for S1 in people's gear, but they're not mad at other people for S1 in people's gear. But I got the same results, bro. All of the flowers was small as fuck. If you go look right now, the high octane times pancakes that I got is the same size that it was when I flowered it. The platinum Girl Scout cookies is the same size it was when I started flowering it. None of them got no stretch. None of them got no vigor. They clone pretty easy, but I'm just telling you the truth. That's how y'all know I'm not biased. Because even though I'm out here defending him, because people are doing the same shit that he's doing, I'm also going to tell you the truth that everything I grew from him, I threw away. I'm just be 100 with you. Now, that boy Frosty McNasty got some fire. That boy King Black 420 got some fire. The plants got some vigor to them. Yeah, bro, I'm not good at lying. Like, I'm not going to even sit here and lie to you, Jordan. Like, truth is, every strain that I got from him did the same thing that your strains are doing right now. By the time that the Brisker OG was finished, the Brisker OG was big, dense, nice flowers, nice purple color on them, nice everything. And all of the tray of copycat genetics got thrown away. I'm just being 100 with you. They got thrown away. Well, where is it? Just in case y'all think that me and Nuke King got some kind of beef, we ain't got no beef. I wish me and Nuke King could do a fucking podcast together, because me and him argue every day for like 6 hours a fucking day. And it's great argument. You get to see great points of view from two different people who grew up two different ways, who live two different lifestyles, because I'm 29 and he's a little bit older than I am. But truth is, I got the same result as you, Jordan. I got the same result as you. All of the buds by the time that I finished it weren't even worth keeping. And I remember when I was on Copycat's live stream, he asked me, he was like, yo, bro, so why are you still in my live stream asking about what the new drops are? And I'm like, because I've been following you forever and I support what you do, because even when you was Big Dan, I still love what you did. But truth is, I didn't find no keepers out of your gear. And he respected it. He respected it. What you want me to do? Lie to you and be like, yo, everything I found from Copycat was fire. No, truth is, everything I found from Copycat got thrown in the trash. Unless I got the cut from Elevated. Elevated got some Copycat genetics that are fucking fire. I can't lie to you. Now, can you see? Damn, let me try to get this in focus. Hold on. Y'all see this? This is from my man, Nuke King. He sent me these cat piss. He sent me the yellow. Damn it. Yo, Nuke King, if you still in here, help me. Yellowstone Iron Lotus times Hawaiian cat piss. And he also sent me the yellow Kim times cat piss. You know how long I've been looking for cat piss? And then I get the hookup from the homie Nuke King. Now y'all see why I'm telling y'all not to block Nuke King on here. Because Nuke King is actually my homie. We have these kind of fucking debates every day. And Nuke King definitely hooked me up with a lot of the cat piss strains. Yeah, bro, Jordan, don't even worry. There's a lot of other. Get over to Square One Genetics. And if you really want some copycat genetics, because. Okay, I'm going to keep it super real right now. And y'all about to get mad at me after I say this because I spent the whole beginning of this defending what copycat genetics is doing only because other breeders are doing the same thing he's doing, but the other breeders might be doing it better. Only difference is they're doing the same thing. Now, how can I put this where y'all got it to understand? I feel like Elevated is getting different seeds than what I'm getting. Like when I ran the East Coast Sour Diesel, they smelled like fucking tangy. Like all of them was citrus, they was purple, they was fucking boof. I didn't like none of the East Coast Sour Diesels that I ran. But the one that I got from Elevated Cannabis was fucking fire. Elevated underscore Cannabis. It was fire. The platinum runts that Elevated got, fucking fire. The Gary Payton that Elevated got, fucking fire. But I didn't get none of this. The Platinum Girl Scout cookie I got, fucking trash. The what was it? The Private Reserve crossed with pancakes, fucking trash. The Karma Sour Diesel. No, it wasn't Karma Sour Diesel. It was another one. The East Coast Sours that I got was trash. The Private Reserve cross with pancakes was trash. The High Octane that I got with pancakes was trash. The there was something else that I got from them too. Put it like this, they was all fucking trash. But then Elevated is running the same copycat gear that I'm ordering, and somehow Elevated is getting cuts that are out of this world. I'm talking about top shelf strains. So instead of me running copycat genetics at this point, because I feel like I'm not getting the same seeds that Elevated is getting, I would rather just chalk up the loss and pay Elevated 500 or whatever he's asking for the fucking cuts and just get the cuts from him because I feel like he's getting different strains. He ran the East Coast Sours. I ran the East Coast Sours, but I would rather get the cut that Elevated got because his East Coast Sour didn't look like nothing that I got out of a whole pack of East Coast Sours. I ran a whole pack, and I didn't get nothing close to looking like what Elevated got. I felt like I got the wrong pack of seeds. I'm going to just be 100 with you. Yo, real DTMB Inc. I swear to God, bro. I feel like Elevated is one of the only people that get the real actual seeds of what he's ordering. Because when I ran a whole pack of East Coast Sours, they was boof. Every single one of them smelled like tangy. But then Elevated gets the one that's sour. I'm talking about that Dowie from back in the day. Like Elevated got that real one. But I didn't get that. King 613. Yeah, I don't know. Elevated got the fire, but they're copycat genetics. They're copycat genetics. I ran the same things from copycat genetics. They didn't look nothing alike. And So High. Yeah, King Black and So High. So I feel like if I got the seeds from So High, I might actually have a better chance than if I ordered the seeds myself. But Elevated got fire cuts. Fire. Y'all think I'm promoting Elevated for no ass reason? No, I'm actually buying those cuts. No discount. No discount. And So High got them for the low. That's a fact. I don't know. Yo, King 613. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Hold on 1 second. again, this the Real Talk podcast, so I can't even get on here and fucking lie to y'all and act like, yo, I was hunting through copycat genetics and everything I found was fucking fire. Everything I got was fucking dope. No, everything I got was fucking trash. I don't have any of it anymore. I threw it all away. Right after I finished the hunt, I didn't even harvest them. I didn't even trim them. I ain't even trim them. That's how bad it was. I didn't even trim them. The only thing I don't like is he's doing the same shit that other breeders are doing, but they're mad at him for it, but they're not mad at the other breeders for it. But if y'all had to ask me my opinion, I didn't have no luck with none of the copycat genetics unless I bought the cuts from Elevated. And I'm going to say that everything I bought from Elevated was literally worth every dollar that I spent from Elevated. So from now on, y'all can't tell me I'm not real. Y'all can't tell me I'm being biased. Y'all can't tell me that I'm just jock riding somebody, because I'm here to tell y'all the truth. Elevated popped certain seeds, but Copy also sent him keeper cuts of some of those genetics. So yeah, so sometimes when you look on Elevated's list, because every time that Elevated posts a list of his clones that he's releasing, I put it up on my page because I want people to be able to get good gear. And I know that everything that Elevated got is fire. Yo, Jordan, it's crazy because low-key, his what is it? His Skittles came from Copycat, and it was fire. And it was the actual cut of Skittles, and he found that from seed from Copycat. But I haven't been able to find one strain worth keeping from Copycat unless I bought it from Elevated. So I started feeling like I was tripping. I'm like, God damn, maybe I just been fucking up on my last like 5 grows that had the copycat genetics in it. Because how is it that all these other people are finding fire and I can't find one? And I can't find one. I'm like, God damn, man, what the fuck? Even when he asked me, he was like, yo, Beast Coast, I heard that you said that you couldn't find one keeper and that all my gear was trash and that you don't want to pop any more seeds in my gear. And I'm like, yo, bro, I'm going to be 100 with you. Yes, I didn't find no keepers out of your gear. Yes, your gear hermied and seeded my room. But yes, I've been fucking with you for so many years that no matter what I get out of your fucking gear, I'm still going to support you because I've been watching you for years. You've taught me so much that it's not like I can just disown you completely. I'm still going to follow you. I'm still going to be all in your live streams. I'm still not going to be bashing you. I'm still going to stick up for you for doing the same shit that the other breeders are doing. But if you ask me what I found out of your gear, it was all trash. I threw it all away. You could go to my page, Beast Coast Grower 420 right now on Instagram, and you can see a floor full of copycat genetics that I didn't even bother trimming. When I harvested it, I cut it down, threw it on the floor, and it floor dried until I finally blasted that shit for butter to make fucking edibles. DTMB, I gotta agree with you, bro. I gotta agree with you. What you want? See, I'm not a good liar. I am not a good liar. I gotta keep it 100 with y'all. This is the Real Talk Cannabis podcast. I can't be on here talking no bullshit. If it's called the Real Talk podcast and Real Talk, I ain't been able to find nothing worth keeping. I ain't been able to find it. And that's crazy. Yo, the reason he mainly don't want to work with no distributors, honestly, is because he don't want to cut them niggas in on none of his money. Like, look, I got a couple of other companies that I run. One of them is a soap company, and I don't use no distributors to sell my soaps. I got my own website. I got my own places where I can sell my own soap. I don't want none of these fucking companies middleman in my fucking products and making money off of something that I can do my goddamn self. Even though they got a bigger following, I know in the long run I'll be able to build my own following. So I don't want none of them to be able to get in on my bread. So I think the main reason is because he knows he can create his own website. People can go directly through his website, buy his shit directly, and he don't have to cut those seed banks in on a piece of nothing that he's doing. And I agree with that. I just think that I ain't been able to find no keepers. Triple C, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. Yeah, that freak show looked different though, man. Like that freak show was scared the shit out of me. It literally looks like an evergreen pine tree. Yo, it's crazy. We've been live for 2 hours and 9 minutes. And we're still getting more people as we go. Like I feel like I'm holding y'all for a little bit too long. I'm like, damn, I feel bad because y'all been holding strong in this shit, and I really appreciate it. Like to everybody else, it ain't nothing. They're like, bro, you only got 15 people in here and 16 thumbs up. Well, why do you feel so special? Bro, I ain't nobody. I ain't nobody. I'm not a breeder. I'm not a big time grower. I ain't got no big ass rooms. I ain't got none of that. I don't have none of that. And I still been able to hold the same amount of people that I started with as I got right now. To me, that means something. And I truly appreciate every single one of y'all because I don't feel like I got all the knowledge. I don't feel like I have everything that I could give y'all. But between the chat and me, I feel like any question that you ask can get answered because we got people like Frosty in the building. We got breeders like King Black 420 in the building, Frosty McNasty in the building. We got Newt. Damn it, what is his name on here? God damn it, Newt King. Is that your name on here? Yeah, we got Newt King in the building. He knows a lot about the older strains and what it takes to be breeders and all of that. So I appreciate it. We got my boy No Limit in here. You know he got that big wrench. So that means if somebody start acting way too stupid, they could get blocked. Big blocked. And if my boy King Black 420 sees some bullshit, you know what's gonna happen to you? Blocked. Blocked. We done had to fire somebody ass up on here already. Don't worry, every week we're gonna get somebody else's. We're gonna get somebody else that we could fire up on this shit. Hell yeah, man. I'm doing the same thing. I'm kicking back smoking with y'all. I'm just looking at the questions and we'll be able to get it all taken care of. It's giving great content, great everything. Yeah, bro, Hort Hydro. Yo, freak show looked crazy. That shit looked crazy. It looked like one of the trees in my goddamn backyard. It looked like one of the trees in my backyard. Yo, Jordan, any questions that you got to ask, feel free to drop them shits in the comment section. And even if I don't see it, we got great growers in here. Like the growers that we got in here, they ain't playing no games. I don't care if these growers are in a 10, if they're in a 50 light room, if they're in a 100 light room, if they're in a 1 light room. The growers that we got in here, the only reason that they're here is because this is the Real Talk Cannabis podcast. So they're going to give you that real talk just the same way I am. Again, I spent the whole beginning of this shit arguing with Newt King about Copycat doing the same thing as everybody else. But then when Jordan finally asked me, like, yo, why did my Copycat genetics look so small? I'm going to be 100 and tell you mine did too. Mine did too, bro. Mine did too. I threw them shits away. But then if you ask me again, should I purchase Elevated Cannabis cuts? Fuck yeah, you should. Elevated Cannabis got some gas. Some straight gas. And the worst part is that the gas that Elevated Cannabis got, 95% of it is Copycat genetics. So why am I going to spend $350 on a pack of seeds from Copycat Genetics, hunt through it, try to find a keeper, don't find a keeper, when I could just go to Elevated Cannabis, pay $500 or whatever he's asking for a clone, and get some A1 gas because Elevated got the gas. He got the gas. I can't lie about that. Did I find the gas from Copycat seeds? No. Did I find the gas from Elevated who grew Copycat seeds? Yeah. I can't do nothing about that. I can't take that away. I can't act like it didn't happen. It definitely happened, and that's the truth. That's the truth. I'd be a sucker to be on here lying and act like, yo, I hunted mad packs of Copycat's gear, and it was A1 fire. Every single one of it was top shelf, and the buds were big and dense, and it stretched, and it filled out my canopy. And no, hell no. Not unless I got it from Elevated. If I got it from Elevated, it was A1. If I didn't get it from Elevated and I had to pop the seeds myself, it was both. Facts, King Black. But then you see what that Square One doing. You see what that peanut butter breath doing. You see what them peanut butter cookies did. You see what that Polly Shore did. You see what that Dominatrix did from Empire Breeding Co. You see what that Diamond OG did. That Diamond OG, I got that from Frosty. That was the homie hookup right there. That Diamond OG was from Frosty. The boy King Black 420 got a solo cup. Yeah, I'm drinking. I gotta get my coffee on. You know what I'm saying? My boy King Black 420, he got a solo cup that got like 9 fucking tops on it. In a solo cup of these different strains that I just named. In a fucking solo cup. And I'm talking about they frostier than Jungle Boy shit. In a fucking solo cup, seeded with like 9 tops on them in a solo cup. Yo, real talk, DTMB, that's a fact. Unless you're going to go to Elevated. I'm going to tell you right now, if you're going to go to Elevated to get copycat genetics in clone form, you're going to be a happy fucking camper. But I'm not going to advise you to go to copycat genetics and go ahead and purchase a bunch of packs of seeds and hunt through them. Skip all that. Because if you go and you get like his newest shit, damn, I seen it the other day. I completely forgot the name of it, but I think it was like $350 for a pack of seeds. Bro, just spend the extra $150, go to Elevated Cannabis, pay the $500, get the clone of the fucking keeper, and call it a day. I didn't even know it was 150 watts. Yo, Frosty, it's crazy. Because I feel like Elevated is getting the actual shit that Copy is breeding, and I feel like I didn't get that. Because when he hunted his East Coast sours, none of them were purple, none of them smelled like tangy, none of them were citrusy, none of them were boof. And he hunted the East Coast sour diesels 3 times and found 3 different phenols. And every one of them was fire. He hunted the high octane. Fire. I'm going to buy the high octane from him. He got the Gary Payton. I'm going to get the Gary Payton from him. But if I felt like if I would have bought those seeds, I would have winded up with a floor full of copycat genetics again. Nah, bro, you ain't too inexperienced. Hell no. Hell no. Don't even think like that. You ain't too inexperienced. Go ahead and get you some good clones. Yo, Frosty, that's what I feel like. Because what the fuck is East Coast Sour doing being purple? Being purple. Like the buds was purple, the leaves was purple, and it smelled like tangy. But then I get the Elevated cut, and I can smell the sour off of it in clone form. And I'm talking to Elevated. It's not like I didn't say this to Elevated. I'm like, yo, I feel like I got the wrong pack of seeds. Because 5 phenols of East Coast Sour, every single one of them was the same. They all smelled like tangy. They all turned purple. They all had big, gigantic ass buds. Big, nice, round buds. And then I see Elevated cut a sour, and I'm like, that looked like sour. How in the fuck are mine purple? Nah, hell no. Hell no. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I feel like I'm getting the wrong seeds. Yo, Triple C, real talk. Now imagine when you got 8 tents right next to each other, all doing different crosses at the same time, harvesting a week apart. Maybe the very last plant in each tent are getting pollinated by the plants that are in the tent next to it. Or maybe since he doesn't package the seeds himself, that the person who's packaging the seeds are putting whatever the fuck they want to in it because they're going to get paid regardless. And maybe they're keeping the actual versions of those crosses and they're selling them to other people at a higher price. I don't know. I don't know. All I know is when I popped the East Coast Sours, I found Mad Booth. And then when Elevated popped the East Coast Sours 3 different times, he found sour diesel cuts all 3 times. I'm like, yo, you ain't going to tell me I'm just a trash ass grower. You ain't going to tell me that. Because the Brisker turned out fine. The Polly Shore turned out fine. The peanut butter cookie turned out fine. The Dominatrix turned out fine. The Diamond OG turned out fine. Everything else turned out fine. Except the copycat gear. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck happened? Yeah, clones are definitely more expensive, but it's worth it. You don't have to pay for the soil, finding males. You don't have to throw away no phenols. You don't have to pay for the nutrients. You don't have to pay for the 2 months of the lighting. You don't have to pay for any of that. Just cover it up front and go ahead and start cloning. Make sure you got good amount of clones on deck and start running different clones. I'm going to start releasing clones soon. Don't worry. I'm going to be back at it soon. I'm going to be right back at it soon. New bedroom coming. And I'm going to definitely start releasing clones. Don't come to me talking about no $50 or $60 clones, though. I'm not the guy for that. But as y'all can see, I'm real talk about this. I'm not just going to sit here and defend Copy like he is the greatest breeder of all times and everything I got from him was straight fire. All I'm saying is he's not doing anything different than any other breeder, but the fact that he makes S1s of people's gear gave him such a bad name, all for people to turn around and do the exact same thing that he's doing. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. AJ Sour Diesel is fucking dirt. I'm sorry. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. But AJ Sour Diesel is fucking dirt, bro. Fucking dirt. That's not the Sour Diesel that I'm talking about. The Sour Diesel that I'm talking about ain't AJ's cut of Sour Diesel. Yeah, you know my boy King Black 420 definitely gonna have cuts on deck too. So whichever way you want to go. Now, listen, this is here to link all of the good growers with people where you could go ahead and get affordable clones, where you could go ahead and get affordable gear, seeds, and everything. Because we got like 5 different breeders in this chat. 200 for the dower. Fuck all that. You know what? I got you. 400 for the dower. Just because you said dower, I got a feeling I know where you from. And just because you said dowie, just because you called it the dowie, I got a feeling I know where you from. And you could get the homie hookup. And if you don't get it from me, King Black is about to have it. And you're going to be good anyway. Yeah, Horror Hydro, $50, $60 clone. Fuck out of here. You think I paid all of this money for these clones and hunted through it and was able to clone it and keep all of those things fresh and be able to give you bug-free, nice, clean clones for $60 fucking dollars when the packs of seeds cost more than 50 or 60? Fuck out of here. No, flush with only water. I flush with only water. Ain't no issue. Facts. You want to pay Walmart prices, you're going to get Walmart quality. I ain't going to lie to you. I'll be 100 with y'all. The cut of Sour Diesel that I got cost me $500. Cost me $500. I still got the receipt. Cost me $500. Yeah, fuck all that. Yeah, as soon as you said the dowie, B, as soon as you said the dowie, I'm like, yo, I got a feeling I know where he from. And he could get the homie hookup. Only because you called it the dower. If you didn't call it the dower, if you called that shit East Coast Sour Diesel, you'd have got a different reaction from me. But as soon as you said the dower, I said, oh, yeah, yeah, he could get the hookup. He could definitely get the hookup. He called it the dower. Yo, King Black. Yo, King Black, you know, bro. He called it the dowie? Okay. He sound like he listened to Max B and be smoking that good old dowie. That's he could get the hookup. Yo, it's crazy that we're getting more people as the stream goes longer. We're getting more people as the stream goes longer. This is fucking crazy. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Oh, yeah. King613. Yo, King613. You got me on Instagram? You got me on Instagram, bro? You got King Black 420 on Instagram? Facts, B. Yo, fuck all that. You hit me on IG, B. DM me, B. It's a fact, bro. I can tell. As soon as people start talking, I know where you from. Yo, Triple C, if you don't hit me up on fucking IG too, man, man, hit me. I'm about to blow me a dub. Okay. Let's go. Oh, it's Grow King. Okay. What up, bro? Okay. Yeah, names be different on here, B. Now I know who. Okay. Let's go. Represent. Yeah, make sure that y'all hit us up, man. Yeah, make sure that y'all hit us up. Between me and King Black 420, we're going to have everything that you need, man. Y'all ain't even got to worry about it. And then the worst part is that King Black 420 is making his own crosses, so he about to have some shit. But look, I'm going to let y'all go. Yeah. Yeah, man. But look, I'm going to let y'all go. We've been streaming for like 2.5 hours. I love it, man. But y'all make sure that y'all stay tuned for more of the Real Talk Cannabis podcast. We're going to have many different topics. I'm going to get the Zoom set up so I can get all of y'all in. I'll be able to send you guys the link to be able to come in and y'all can show off y'all grows. Y'all be able to ask questions. If you got problems with your plants, you'll be able to show it live on the screen and we'll be able to basically dissect your grow and be able to tell you where you're going wrong or where you're going right, because we got people like Frosty McNasty in the building. We got good growers up in here. Yeah, it's Beast Coast Grower 420 on IG too. King Black 420 on IG. So you guys make sure that y'all get over there. Everybody in the chat start adding each other so we can get ready to network, so we can really start putting this work in. So I'm going to start getting the streams better. I'm just getting started with this, but this is the Real Talk Cannabis podcast and it's Beast Coast, baby. Yeah.